You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on. not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites still in bed. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, we just can't go this way.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Ward Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know, as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a pink t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. You're welcome in the village. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always say we originate. We don't imitate, right? And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, though, come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Menite.
And folks, so that is the love doctor himself, the one and only Rennie Muhammad. So Caribbean Soul sent us something for WZYE 95.9 FM, right? So I'm going to play it for the first time. Let's take a listen.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM, where we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And as we say, we originate, we don't imitate. Tune in every Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. and on Sundays on Let's Talk Politics from 1 to 4 p.m. That right, from 1 to 4 p.m.
Hey, Caribbean Soul, that wasn't bad enough. Let me play that again.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM, where we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And as we say, we originate, we don't imitate. Tune in every Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. and on Sundays on Let's Talk Politics from 1 to 4 p.m. That right, from 1 to 4 p.m.
All right. I know what the song in the background though. That song in the background. I don't know if we go get snapped for that. But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. We go put it up and see. We go see. And folks, so as we say, we originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Not like a certain person on the Mugabe station. I'll get that today earlier. Oh, today? We boy, take a listen to this.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our oath/pledge to you, the people, that we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm going to bring in my co-host, the young man, the one and only, the man better known as Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, Professor Wall Street. How are you doing today?
I am marvelous. Can't complain.
Well, that's excellent.
No complaint. I'm actually looking forward to speaking to the last Bardjohn of Calypso.
Oh boy, I look forward to that all day.
I am looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to that. You know the thing about it is, Tommy, I don't know why we don't interview most of these guys a little more, to try to delve into their minds and what they're thinking. You know what I mean?
Well,
So we'll delve into that today. Of course, Tommy. But Tommy, before we go to the chat, Tommy, today I was on the pastor with the internet search engine name, right? And he talking about corruption. He played a clip by Dr. Rowley stating that the UNC was the most corrupted party in Trinidad and Tobago, the 2010 to 2015, right? So I say, but wait now, boy, like that fella don't check nothing, Tommy.
How many of them in jail for corruption?
Listen, Tommy. So we had this discussion here before. We use the Corruption Perception Index, transparency.org, right? And we showed that in 2016, right after the UNC left, we are the highest 101, right? Ranked in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know what make it worse, Tommy? I go say this, and the reason why I'm saying this is because it have a certain person in here, right? It sound like Tommy Joseph, but I'm not calling the person name, I'm not into calling names.
No more.
Right? It sound like Tommy Joseph. Right? Send me a voice note telling me, look how they expose me. And he, Tommy, couldn't even go to the Corruption Perception Index to see it. So let me do this real quick for you. Let me do this real quick, and then we go get to the chat. I want to do this for you all. Let me show you all something. Folks, this is the Corruption Perception Index. Now that's 2024. Nigeria is ranked 140 because Oando from Nigeria, right? 140 in 2024 out of 180, right? Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me see that. 172. See 172. Nah, they ain't seen that one. I gotta close this one. Let me close this one. Hold on. Let me close this one. I want to show you all this, When we say we present the truth, the facts, this is the Corruption Perception Index for 2015. All right? I want you all to look on the screen. Right? Trinidad and Tobago is ranked 72nd. This is 2015. That is the UNC, right? I'm not making this up. 72nd, right? Okay, let's go. There we go. Let we get out of there. We go back here. Let we get out of there. And let's go back into the next one. Let's go to 2016. 2016. Trinidad and Tobago, 101. Right, Tommy?
From 72nd to 101.
From 72 to 101. And the pastor with the internet search engine name on the Mugabe station telling people how Wall Street line. And the thing about it, Tommy, he went to the Corruption Perception Index, Tommy, and he passed 2016 like a lamppost. And then the other fella, right? The other fella, I'm not calling his name, but it has something to do with Tommy Joseph. Sending me a voice, not telling me, hey, look how they expose you, boy. Look how they expose you. Oh, God, Tommy, when we go get them to do a little think, and we getting them, Tommy, but when we go get them to start to think on their own, when?
I like that question.
You think we go be able to get them?
Blinded by the light.
Man, I was like, all you had to do, go to Google, put in transparency.org. The Corruption Perception Index comes up, and you will see all the countries that are ranked. Right?
You would tend to think we showing the light, and the light will show them the way. But like I said, they are blinded by the light.
They're blinded by the light. Yeah. Busy, welcome.
Yeah, good night, good night, very good.
I'm excellent.
I just want to inform you, right?
Yeah.
The man said like you're trying to take bread out their mouth. You want to put them on the radio station.
I don't know where you get that from.
Hello?
I never discussed that.
Today.
Yeah, I never discussed.
You say that.
Listen to this, busy. Listen to this, I have
see the program.
right. Listen to this. I have never, ever discussed anything with respect to the pastor with the internet search engine name, with respect to his job with nobody. Nobody. I've never done it. Nobody could say Anselm Leborn, better known as Professor Wall Street, have discussed with anybody about that fella job. I don't do that. I don't take food over people's table, man. I not in that business.
No, that is say kind of hard, technically.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard, right? No, that is how you think, right?
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. Tommy, I not in that business, man. And but Tommy, you know what I just asked myself, boy? How could you be supposed to be a man of the cloth and you come in on a radio station and lying? Just like another fella we have in here, always talking about the Bible and lying. I don't get it. Tommy, help me now.
What I want you to realize that you will see certain patterns in life. As you go on, you realize it's part of the course.
Yeah, but Tommy, you have to go to the radio station and lie. Oh, for what? Why? What is the big deal? If you tell the truth, you don't remember nothing. Because you hear Prime Minister Rowley say the UNC was the most corrupted. You ain't even say, but you know what, boy? Let me go and do a little homework to see if that's true. You just playing the video. You just playing it. Yeah? And then here we're telling people, I just playing the video, I just play. No, you're not just playing the video.
Playing the fool.
You are part of the problem. And I said, and then the rest of Bachaks. Nah, she didn't call them Bachaks. Bachaks come out with no information. None. And then talking. By now, Tommy, they should know that we deal in facts. We don't deal in fiction or FAX. We deal in FACTS. Right? And then, anyway, let me go to the chat. We will come back to that.
Dr. Love was first.
Yeah, Dr. Love was first, boy. Dr. Love back in the swing of things, boy. Yeah, good evening, brothers and sisters. Love in the house, boy. Love in the house. Respect to the panel, Mr. Walls, Mr. Tommy, Lady Diana, always in your thoughts. Yeah, Lady D in Tobago.
Yeah, Lady D in Tobago having a time, right?
She having a good time. She having a who sing that song? KFC, welcome.
Hi, good night, Mr. What's with Uncle Tommy, man?
What's happening, man?
What's up, Kay?
Happy Carnival Thursday, man.
Yeah, man. Happy Carnival.
I see the evil, wicked pastor in the press conference today, right?
Eh?
See the question he asked?
No, I ain't see it.
Yeah.
I ain't see it.
Well, I go put back and see the question he asked.
Yeah.
You go on with them pastor, go and them and them talk shows and them now. There are a few people in them dinosaur politics, them dinosaur thing, you know?
Yeah.
Then they just run with the leader say, and people go run with that. But people that is the internet to the finger for everything, you could just Google and get the correct information.
Correct is right. Yep.
Mr. Wall Street, today I see the press conference with small pen. I know you used to talk, either you have a powerful voice.
He looked sad today, boy. He looked sad today. Yeah, boy. He looked sad, boy. He looked like, boy, why I get myself into, boy?
Yeah. I watched the whole thing.
Better to be 2027.
Yeah. The jargon and brain no more, boy.
But and about was talking about this keeping the program thing and the all eggs in one basket.
Yep.
And I got paid money already too, you know.
Oh, you mean over $1 million? They say like $1 million?
They don't spend.
They don't spend already. They ain't get, them ain't getting, what? This government is the best, A corrupted company, right, taking over the refinery, right? Corrupted to the core.
But you see the new deal no longer selling the leasing it.
The leasing it to a corrupted company. You think them easy? Go ahead, KFC.
Yeah, Mr. Wash shit. But the guy companies for the refinery, but Mr. Wash shit.
Yeah.
These are man who was in prison and thinking because the dragon is gone. We share and share when I live. That'll be better for the future generation. But all that dragon deal with all those and Donald Trump. No, so you squash all these with the last regime in the United States of America. There.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they want to go down. They want to go and fly. My doctor only fly out and gone.
Now he going on vacation, and he even tell you,
right now he gone.
Yeah, even tell the country when he coming back. I don't understand what kind of prime minister is that, boy. You live in the country as the prime minister, and you just tell I'm going away for 2 weeks or I'm going away for a week. You ain't telling the people when you come back, and then people accepting that, Them people, yeah.
You know when the UNC was in power, right? When you come in for holidays and things like Christmas, you get your little disability check, early your little pension.
Yeah.
Carnival time you get your little check disability. Then was nothing for the old people paying them for the carnival for them to go and jump up and cook a little pillow and credit the loved ones in the savannah.
Yeah, they're going to look for serret crab. That's what they're going to do.
They say outside the carnival. I know this one doctor, you don't get them get a first pension.
Yeah.
So them get them pension.
Yeah, a long time.
Pension and fly out and go.
You fly out and go on, you bust it. All you're going to go down in Mirror and get some serret. Go and catch some serret crab.
Who live with there. That's evil, wicked people.
Yeah, man. All you go down Mirror and catch some serret crab. That is what they're going to do to me. By the river? Is the river?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you go down by Marrakesh River and catch some serret crab. That is all you have to get. When he say politicians, dollars jump high, people dollars jump low. Carnival, we jumping and waving, and we feet just sit at risk for paving Santa Manite. Yeah, boy. I'm in Santa Cruz, welcome. Good evening, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy.
Good evening, Miss Santa Cruz.
Evening to all my friends in the village. Mr. Intellectual, welcome. Blessed evening, Pro and Uncle T and all villagers. Hope you all had a blessed and productive day filled with success. Yeah, man, full success. Look, Volsang, AA. Look, is a ranking thing here or what? Good afternoon, Walls, Uncle Tommy and to all before me and those to come out. He said it was a ranking thing. Look, Slimy. Slimy, back for UNC lies. Slimy, I want you to go to transparency.org. Go to 2015 and go to 2016, Slimy.
You think Slimy have it in him to do that?
No, with a name like Slimy, you could do it.
All right.
Serious. You ain't think so?
I ain't holding my breath.
No, hold your breath. Slimy, let me give you the instructions. Go get your laptop. Go to Google. Don't go to AOL.com. That was a long time ago. Don't go to Yahoo.com. That was a long time. Them don't have no search engine no more. Go to Google, Slimy. Put in transparency.org.
Slimy building a website. You have no time for that.
Oh, you have no time for that? Oh, yeah. I forget. The other one, what the other one say, right? Yeah, that's true, Tommy Joseph cousin. Yeah, all right. Slimy say, if you listen to these propagandists, you believe Trinidad is such a bad position. As he say that, all right, let me get it chat quick. I have something I want to play for you. I'll go play for that. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Caribbean Soul, you can call back. Nadira, Good night, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and everyone on the program. Yeah, boy, Caribbean Soul. Rennie jump in the fray, boy. Rennie say, you want to come back with that bang, you know? He said that, not I and I, Jah Rastafari. You know, Tommy, you remember when I gave the joke, right? The Jamaican gone by the Trinidadian for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
He knock on the door. The Chinese say, "Who there?" He says, "I and I, Jah Rastafari, Selassie I." Trinidadian say, "Nah, boy, it's too much oil.
What's all yet?
Too much oil. Oh God, no, do you want to give Pastor Google a bush bath? All right, let me see what busy coming up with here. Good day, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street, all listeners locked on. Share the life. Today, words of wisdom. Moon does run until daylight pick up with him. Yeah, I remember that one. Today menu, palmas with sada roti with sorrel drink.
All right.
Tell me, where's palmas?
You know, Palmas. They just cook the heart of it. I think.
Where does it come from? A palm?
You know what a Palmas tree look like?
Where does it come from? A palm?
Yes. No.
No, I don't know what a palm tree look like. What it look like?
It's a big sort of palm.
Like a shorter version of a coconut tree?
I would say a fatter coconut tree.
No. I know about that. And where does it grow? Palm?
It's like a palm tree.
Yeah, but what is the palmist? What you cooking?
You cooking the heart of it. Let busy explain it to you.
Yeah.
Well,
Bijram, you had to explain that. That palmist? No, I never had that.
I never had any either, but I understand it is cooking.
No. You never had that. Gordon Joseph said, "Good evening to the village, especially the ones who know what, how, and who love is. God is love." Patricia, welcome. Good evening, Professor Warshid and Uncle Tommy, and all the villagers in the village. Have a wonderful evening and be safe out there. Hey, look, even Nadira said good evening to Gordon, yes. Caribbean so say Pastor Google is the new Stephen from Django in Chains. He behind Stuart Young everywhere like a house slave. Okay. Shanika, welcome. Good evening, Washington and Tommy and all in the village. Blessings all.
Good evening, Shanika.
Yeah. Semantic 62. Welcome to you. Semantics. How you get 62? Caribbean Soul, the pastor. Listen to this, Tommy. You want to read that?
The pastor again exposed WS real bad today. Boy, I say he will do like Maloney and call and say I was wrong. But boy, cancel. Okay.
Tommy, didn't I just show you the facts? Yeah. Caribbean Soul, you're correct. Pastor Gowin exposed nothing. I said was 2016 was the highest corrupt rank in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Pastor Google didn't show 2016, he shows 2017. You know, I should have cut out the video, but you can't waste your time. Good night to Mr. Walls and Tommy. Alan, welcome. For the Walls, you have to put soul on the payroll. Yeah. Thanks for playing it. That is Smallville theme song. Okay. We ain't gonna get copyright for that. Semantics, good evening. Good evening, Professor Washington and Uncle Tommy. Listen to Slimy. Fake news. Slimy, what is fake news?
Sammy working.
Yeah, you working? No, he ain't working. How you gonna be working and he come up with that? Tommy?
Well, he working. He's supposed to say that's fake news.
Oh yeah. Tommy, you know, I don't understand how big hardback man and woman, right? Does just take anything they get and run with it. I mean, what am I missing, Tommy?
You're missing nothing.
You sure? Nah, I'm missing something.
Just
If it,
put yourself in the position where you were once in that position.
no, but I wasn't to that point. Where is that? Anything you give me, I go take. Yeah? Listen to him. He's still trying to fool all you with this corruption perception index. You know what's interesting, Tommy? Slimy didn't know what the corruption perception index until he get it from us, you know. You know that, right?
Most likely.
No, you never know about that. He didn't know about it. I could go out. I know he didn't know about it. Marky Thunder, good afternoon. He says Wall Street contribution on Pastor Gogo today was outstanding. I don't worry about them fellas and them. I like to bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Who have sense no?
Who has sense no? You understand? And the thing about it, Tommy, is that you could Google whatever I talk about. Ali Trinig, welcome.
That name Pastor Google doesn't do him any good.
You know, Tommy, it's interesting, boy. You are so correct, you know. For a person who's supposed to be a person of the cloth, right? The misleading information he puts forward, anyway, it's just so bad. It's really bad.
Whether you call yourself Pastor AOL.
Ian Wansley, welcome. Look the next one. Come. AI can be wrong in multiple ways. It can give the wrong answer. It can omit information by mistake. It can make up completely fake people, events, and articles. Tommy, that website we put up there, was that AI?
No, it's legit.
Wait.
You don't back man.
All right. Cool. Cool runner, welcome. Just on YouTube, St. Vincent Times, country that use Cuban doctors and nurses could be subjected to U.S. visa restrictions. Subject to fact check. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Hansen. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers, all the Texans, everybody on the line. Happy to see everybody around through the grace of God. Yeah, Mr. Hansen, do back at every car door and car tire. Them charlatans. You think, right? All of these adults, you think I as an adult will come on a site on a program and type them kind of nonsense? Like my time had no value then. You see what's slime, you never be typing and foxes them and be typing.
And Mr. Florida, that just tells you, you know. You see how people deal with little things? It's how they go deal with large things. The man see the website, you know. It's not like if I just tell you and I put my phone up to the screen and show you. I type it in, I show you on the screen, you know. The man says AI.
They walking.
Let me tell you something. When a lot of them have to stand up to think, because when they sit down, the brain does get closed off. So they just have to stand up to think. You think you come in here, you and Mr. Tommy come in here every day and giving us education and information, right? We living outside here. We not facing each other, they facing each other, but you trying to bring it to educate people. These fellas and them coming on this program, you know, and typing that kind of nonsense. That is just a level with his. It's come like the same man we're talking about, the man who just eat all the food, who just be on the talk show program. The man, well, I just call him Big Underwear because I sure he underwear may be like a sheet. Because the man big. That man crying because when he hear the prime minister say he leaving, so what about the children who was shot? What about the gay children who been raped? What about the kids and them who playing on in the fire? What about that? You was never sorry, but you sorry for a man who's a multi-millionaire, maybe close to a billionaire, and you crying? And that you are telling you, they like to praise individual, but they don't praise the correct thing. And I believe he's not a pastor. You know why I believe he is? He's the pastor where he just cook because he's soft. That is where he is. Because if I really look to be like a person like that, Mr. Tony, to praise a man, then you wouldn't go and praise God, you wouldn't praise the family, you wouldn't praise the people in your neighborhood, people who you come out every day to speak to, and you don't sympathize and you don't have no compassion for them, but you have a compassion for a man who ain't giving you nothing. Because for the longest while I hear he on this radio station, and he not going away, he's stagnant. Where's the benefit for he coming every day on the radio station and fighting for the PNM and then moving away? It's better you go in the park and be painted with whitewash and leave it there. I can't listen to
Bless.
All right.
And George, welcome. PNM folks want to know what facts. What facts, Tommy?
If he doesn't know, he'll never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Our economy just dried up like stale fish. Smells bad too. Embry producing and forging fake documents to gain on the budget. So you're miserable failure for 9 years. And Marie says, Wall Street, Google get upset when you're talking the truth. Clifford, welcome. Good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Good night, Clifford.
Right. Mr. Rima, welcome. The USA really want to save Trinidad from the brutal government of Venezuela. PNM Fox say once they're running with your nonsense and propaganda, everything okay. What nonsense and propaganda? Facts? Facts? Patricia. In psychology, perception is not reality. It is a frame of mind. A thought that you believe will be consequence of failure. Look,
Althea?
No, that is Patty twin. Althea and Patty. Wall Street, it must be the high amount of corruption that was discovered in 2016. OAS, EMBD, you name it, foolish.
I want to know how come nobody ain't make a jail.
I mean, Althea, you actually take your time to type that, girl? Really? You actually take your time to type that, Althea? Oh, God. She said, OAS, EMBD, you name it. So Tommy, in 2015, it was 72, right? When the PNM come into power and it went up to 101, it was because of what happened during the UNC.
Of
right?
course. Of course.
They're good, you know. They're real good.
Best.
You gotta give them credit. Althea, take credit. Take credit. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one, Althea. Real good. I just said OS and EMBD. Tommy, and they pay $1 billion to go after 200 million and one to the case. I'll tell one to the case. Tell us now. Boy. Mr. Riemann, as long as Maduro is in power, nothing doing for Trinidad and Tobago. What is a perception index? What perception is a mythical creation in the mind? Okay. All right. Oh boy. Tommy, let me back at this card though, because they are very consistent in their behavior. Tommy, the number one site, any site, right? The number one site for corruption in the world is the CPI, Corruption Perception Index, done by transparency.org. Trinidad has a branch of transparency.org in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Supposed to be dealing with corruption. Every year, you know, the other thing I want to bring here is the Freedom Index. That's the next thing I want to bring, the Freedom Index. Trinidad did very good on that, though, the Freedom Index. Because in Trinidad, you can go and pee by a pole. A woman could stoop down between her car and pee. You understand? So, we are somewhat free. Yeah, but the Corruption Perception Index, everybody takes their key from transparency.org. And he's saying that it have other sites with corruption perception. You know what? So PNM Fox, put a next site. Put a next site. Let me get a next site. Let me get educated. Give a next site with the Corruption Perception Index too. Put up a next site. That man is a misleader of his people, ensuring that they stay distant power so he can eat at his master's feet. What? I don't know. Proof of perception. It's like you go to the racetrack and believe or hope your horse will win. That's a perception. Tommy, all right, go back. Michael Lewis, welcome. How did Google get behind a mic? I was joking. Oh God. He's a pastor, but a PNM pastor to spread propaganda for PNM supporters. Roger says you all need to stop calling him man Pastor Google. He should be called Google's overseer, head of propaganda. Rishi, welcome, boy. Rishi, my partner. Oh, shit, you're fighting to the end, boy. Big man stepping down soon and going to ride out in the sunset. Tommy, you think when Dr. Rowley, you think he's going to stay in Trinidad?
Nah. He'll visit.
Yeah. I think he busting it. Yeah, I think he busting it. All right. So, folks, coming up on the top of the hour, we're supposed to have the last Bardjohn of Calypso, Kurt Allen, with us. Patricia says Pastor Google said on his program on the radio a couple of years ago that they gave him the name Google because he always used to go on Google to double check information. Maybe he have to triple check.
Top of the hour.
Yeah. So, folks, we're going to go for that break. We'll be right back after this. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Share the live. Tell them that the Bardjohn is coming up.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Before you go, I wanna fly. You began in the Senate of opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving directions, you studied and learned. You paid attention to Robbie Pandekamla, observed all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we give you a turn to ride the DPM1 motor car. You change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling strong sour. We gave you 2 turns as PM of this nation. So now it's my real obligation to give you a turn before your resignation. Remember, it's we who call Eric Duffy. We call Chambers Duncy as your. It's we who beat Robbie like a Bobali. So if we say you are a bully, don't take it personally. Go tell your friends and your family, it comes when the duty is yours. Well, do not believe that we are afraid to call a donkey a ass or a spade a spade. We will temper you like a show, Dr. Rowe. Before you go, before you back and run away. I wonder what Benny and then we have to say. Before you go, before you think you tell the world you go lock Kaldahan up once you get the boat. You say the buck is going to stop at the TV top when you took your oath. The airport scandal, section 24, email gate. Like a raging bull, you declared war and we took the plate. But since you get your turn, nobody in jail for corruption. Since you get your turn, no members of the opposition in prison. Since you get 2 turns, you promise to set things right. White collar crime you vow to fight, but is a set apart with no bite. Remember, it's we who call Pandy racist. We even call him rapist. Remember, folks end up in jail till he come out looking frail. So if we say your government represents the 1%, where the rich get richer, the poor man in the gutter. But do not believe your powers of Lekato could override the power of this Calypso. The ancestors wouldn't allow Dr. Rowe. Sing! Before you go, before you back and run away. So much unemployment, but still you raise your pay. Before you go, before you think I remember deceased Patrick Manning named Europe the Rottweiler, because every car that pass around the corner, you run down the tire. Political battles that came your way, you stood up and fought. And when they came with this slander, and there you say, you took them to court. So we gave you a turn to guard, protect, defend the treasury. We give you a turn to secure the national security. We give you 2 turns to be the mastermind. Reduce violence and crime, but murder's at the highest of. Remember, it's we who call Manning Trucker. We say he is a piper. Answer. We keep back us like a louse, kicking my Bali's house. So if we say you are a puppet, you're lying in both pocket. And with your shining bald head, you tread and then not dread. Well, do not believe because you brought money down. You couldn't do the same to this Calypso and then only other now. Dr. Rao! Say before you go, before you back and run away. Well, watch your behavior, just as Patrick said. Before you go, before you think you get away. Low. After 45 years of public service, you deserve arrest. So you're anointed as you're not too young to try it. The mess. Now we hearing that you support this, having real problems. Election, they voted for a friendly face to say that they say you failed in your turn to diversify the economy. You failed in your turn to create a real creative industry. You failed with your turn to be a superstar. Legalize marijuana and make Fitzgerald the line minister. Remember, it's we who call Kamala Trunka. She's smoking marijuana. Well, you say what's that? You talk about she kept. No! So if she talk about your father, the young thing that you slaughter. Wait, oops, did I mention his $1 million pension? Well, do not believe you invincible or that the young star is really capable. And we hope that you don't get vexed, but you don't stop your turn next. Before you go, before you back and run away. Before I don't care what the toilet people say. Before you go, before you think you get away. I want to fly. Santa, we love you. The Black Starlet sent me tonight. The spirit of Black Starlet.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is the one and only last Bardjohn of Calypso.
Bardjohn.
Man himself, Kurt Allen. We will be right back.
Don't get chained up, I beg of you. Do not get chained up by these pop-up parties. Remember, there's only one party is going to win this election, and that is the United National Congress.
On April 22nd, 1952, in the rural village of Siparia, Trinidad, a girl named Kamla was born into a family that valued education above all. Growing up as the great-granddaughter of an indentured laborer, she faced societal challenges that would shape her future. Her parents instilled in her the belief that education is the only passport out of poverty, a mantra that would guide her throughout her life. Fueled by education and a desire to make a difference, her early schooling laid a strong foundation, and her experiences studying in the United Kingdom opened her eyes to the realities of racial discrimination and social inequity. These challenges ignited her passion for justice and equality. Returning to Trinidad, Kamla dedicated herself to education, becoming one of the youngest university lecturers at the University of the West Indies. But her aspirations went beyond the classroom. With a Bachelor of Laws in hand, she entered the political arena in 1987 as an alderman for the National Alliance for Reconstruction. Driven by compassion, she advocated for women and children facing violence and poverty, committed to being their voice. Kamla's political journey reached new heights when she became the first female Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs in Trinidad and Tobago. On May 24, 2010, she made history again by becoming the first female Prime Minister, leading the coalition known as the People's Partnership to victory. Her leadership was marked by a dedication to uplifting her nation. She implemented transformative initiatives like universal second secondary education, the Children's Life Fund for underprivileged youth, and a program providing laptops to every secondary school student. These initiatives not only changed lives, but also reflected her unwavering commitment to education and social equity. Throughout her tenure, Kamla faced political opposition and economic challenges, yet her commitment to her vision for Trinidad and Tobago remained steadfast. After serving as Prime Minister until September 2015, she continued to play a vital role in politics as the leader of the opposition. Her resilience inspired many women across the Caribbean to pursue careers in politics and beyond, showing them that they too can make a significant impact. Kamla Persad Bisesar's story is one of breaking barriers and inspiring change. As a trailblazer in a predominantly male political landscape, she has become...
So folks, let me say a special welcome. Of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
So there you go, folks. So let's bring in our guests. We're not going to waste any more time. And we have the young man. The young man.
Good evening. Same to you, my brother.
The Bardjohn, not Bardjohn. Like, you know, are you from Chumaka, Clavante, right? We call it Bardjohn.
Right.
You call it Bardjohn. Bard.
Yeah, Bard, like, you know, Calypso Bard, B-A-R-D.
Yeah. B-A-R-D one. Yeah.
It's
So
just the bad person. I started off as B-A-D, but then after a while, I transformed into B-A-R-D.
And why did you transform it?
Well, a lot of people were talking about bad as in terms of, you know, the connotation of bad. And what I really wanted to represent is being a bad, you know, exponent of the art form of Calypso. So I think it just blend itself together.
Okay, excellent.
A bit of both, a mixture of both, you know, bad and bad.
Okay. So what part of Trinidad you are from?
Originally and still a child of Maracas, St. Joseph.
Maracas, St. Joseph.
Not Maracas Bay, but that's where the sea and the beaches are. I am on the river, by where the river and El Tacuch Mountain and all the hiking and the wildlife. That's where I am.
Okay.
Waterfalls and that kind of thing, you know.
So Kurt, tell us a little bit about. I know that you won the Monarch in 2010, right?
Correct.
What was that song again? Remind us.
Too bright.
Oh yeah. That was a good one too, boy. Too bright. So normally you write your own songs, correct?
Yes, correct. That's very correct.
And a birdie whispered to me that you had 5 songs in the semi-final.
Correct is right.
Right? Yeah. And you had Twiggy, yeah, right?
Yes.
You had Ricky Jai,
correct,
who were in the finals with you, and then you had Kerry Pascal with Tears.
Correct is right.
Right. But somehow, people want to know, but what were the next 2 songs you want to talk about? But why you telling people the next 2?
It's not that I don't want to talk about it. Over the years, I'm not just now, I'm talking about since probably 2014.
Yeah.
Or before, I've been a ghostwriter for a lot of Calypsonians. A ghostwriter means that I have agreed not to. Basically, I am the one who proposed the ghoster because, you know, I just don't want to be out there as a composer. It started off that way. And then, to be honest, Kenny Phillips started to tell people it was me who wrote this one and that one. So I kind of came out the shell. But I still maintain that ghostwriting for certain people. And, you know, I just want to respect the agreement that we have in terms of me not, you know, revealing who are the 2 other people, who are the people even before that have been finals of the Calypso Monarch competition. I just never said anything about it.
Oh, and the people in the past, you agree you wouldn't reveal that too as well?
Yeah, exactly. Look, for example, it took about 4 years for people to know that I had written for Trini when he was at the semifinals again a couple years ago, Also, when Stacey Sobers won the Queen Calypso Queens, I wrote for her as well. And all those relationships were under ghostwriting until 4 years later on the radio, Kenny exposed me. So that's how people even know that I'm still writing for others. You know, other than that, it would have been a total secret.
But why is it that if you write a song for someone, that it should be ghost? If he's a writer, he's a writer.
No, that's the thing. I am not a writer in terms of a writer for hire. I compose to myself, you know, and I help other people out if they need a song, and I can share my talent with them. But I don't want to be seen as a writer, because from the time I do that, I wouldn't. Man, if you know much people already and start to call me for songs and stuff, I may not even be able to deliver, because I don't only write for Trinidad artists. I write for a lot of people in the Caribbean. For example, in 2004, when the late Johnny Williams won the Calypso Monarch in St. Lucia, I was a composer. Unfortunately, she died in an accident 2 months later. My daughter was also in that vehicle. You know, so I've been doing it for a lot of people. It's Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Barbados, Antigua, Dominica, over the years. But I prefer to remain as the Calypsonian rather than to be seen as the composer. I really don't want that kind of attachment too much.
But Kurt.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Kurt.
Yes,
your writing puts you in a political shoebox at this particular point. Are you being called a UNC?
UNC. Okay, when I sang in 2011, I sang Calypso, Long Live Calypso, and I sang Political Symphony, and I sang Last Call for the Politicians. All those were under the UNC government, so I don't understand why people will think that. Remember that PNM came out of office in 2010. So what was I singing 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015? Was I singing for the UNC then? It's erroneous. That's, I mean, no.
Get into it, man.
Responsibility is to share the information and to amplify the people's concern. It doesn't matter who is in government, who is in office. I could say this without contradiction. I'm probably the only Calypsonian who has never mounted a political platform or ever be seen in a political meeting or campaign or wearing any t-shirts. And if you go look around, you will see during this election coming up, you will see all the Calypsonians who claim to be independent, who they are aligned with. And you'll get a clear idea that the Bardjohn stands alone. I represent the voice of the people. No politician, no nothing like that.
Big respect.
Clear. That should be very clear by now.
Right. So Kurt, you stayed away from Calypso between 1998 and 2007, right? Somewhere between there. Why was that?
Correct.
Yeah. Why did you stay?
Well, in 1997, in particular, I sang "Pass the Ball" in the finals of the competition. And then I was also a member of the Roy Cape All Stars at that time. The responsibility of being the lead vocalist of a band of that nature didn't allow me to be in the tents or to even have, that strict focus on the commentary type of Calypso. Now, I could have sang other stuff, but I am a commentary artist. So that during that party segment, I turned to soca and I won the Soca Mona competition 2 years later. And, I became a soca artist. I was writing a lot of soca. I was writing Calypsos for other people as well. And in that same period between 2000 and 2007, I was composing for other people of the islands. As I mentioned, Johnny Williams won the crown in 2004. And, I could mention Val Coffey of Dominica. I could mention Panman of Antigua. I could mention Daddy Chess of Dominica as well. These were the people I was writing for, among others, that were winning crowns at that time too in their country. So even though I was off the Calypso stage as a performer, as a composer, I never left Calypso.
It's interesting, right? My wife, who she don't like Calypso and she don't like politics, right? But in my house, in our household, I just have the radio on, listening to things in Trinidad. And I am talking to her last night. What she tell me? She say, I really like that Calypso. I'm your turn now. Your turn now. She telling me, I really like that Calypso, boy. I said, I interviewing the young man who sang that Calypso. I had to tell him, she's not into Calypso, right? It's just what it is. Listen, in Trinidad and Tobago, we seem like we don't like facts. We more like fiction.
Correct is right.
And when I listen to the Calypso, your turn now, it's facts.
Correct.
So the thing I didn't understand, Kurt, you mean people in listening to the lyrics and they come down Skinner Park to try to make you look bad because you're singing facts?
No, well, that is a political crowd, and those people, those that little handful was paid to do that, I'm sure. If you remember the days of toilet paper, in terms of Denise Plummer and Gypsy and Aloes, you realize that the whole park, you could just look all over and you will see toilet paper waving all over.
The whole thing.
Somehow the cameras did a perfect job in amplifying to make it look like it was such a big thing, but it was just some people to the front, and those same people had up cards saying Kaiso Kaiso, Big Yard song. I was seeing Joni right there with Auntie Patsy's Black Stallions, late Black Stallions' wife, and they were dancing and singing along, as you know, and so that I wasn't disturbed at all, because I know what a real toilet paper wash in Skinner Park looks like. So to me, that was child's play, and that was politically motivated. And those same people were some of the same people who probably was singing along and dancing along with my songs in previous years. So I didn't take it personal. I knew, as in terms of anybody who sings anything that appears or perceived to be anti a particular party, they normally receive that in Skinner Park. And I think that the people were respectful to me, because it could have been worse. They could have really come out there and make matters, make things terrible for me. But I think that they exercise, even the toilet people, they exercise restraint, because they knew in their hearts they didn't really want to do that. I'm a son of the Calypso. This is my 27th year in Calypso. My first semi-final was in 1992, and I've always made semi-finals. So I've always been facing Skinner Park, and they know better. They know that what they did there is foolishness. And in 2025, man, I think that it should have been beyond them to even attempt to do that.
And that's my thing. That's my thing. Go ahead.
Traditionally, toilet paper represents something. If you're singing nonsense, if you're singing shit, in other words, then. And I know to my heart, I ain't singing nonsense. I ain't singing shit. So they didn't deter me at all, man. They were their own distraction.
Yeah, I thought that was gazette paper. I don't think that was toilet paper.
Exactly.
That would be gazette paper, because you come to Skinner Park to hear one of the most well-constructed Calypso for 2025. Right? And I'm saying that because you're here, because it's facts. You understand?
I understand.
Well-constructed. Right? And you come here with them come with an agenda. You understand?
Man.
And the agenda is trying to see how they could put you off so you don't make it to the final. And they fail miserably.
Miserably.
You know what they should do? The money they get paid to do that, they should give it to you.
I wouldn't mind. I need some help for my presentation on Sunday, so I will welcome it.
Yeah. Give it to you. So Kurt, going forward now, how do you feel? In my estimation, I have you in the top 3. You understand?
Nice, thank you.
All right. Tommy, what would you say, Tom? Let me ask Tommy. Tommy, what would you say?
Definitely the first 3. Right. I would give him right off the top of my head right now. I'll give him second place.
Yeah, you gave him second.
Yeah.
All right. So I have you in the top 3 because of listening to this song. But before we get to that, what is your take on the young fellas coming up in the Calypso, like Young Brother? What is your take about like Young Brother? What is your take of these young guys now getting into Calypso where there wasn't zest? These guys were zest artists and they're getting into soca. What is your take on that?
Well, the Calypsonian, the original Calypsonians as artisanal. If you understand the history of Calypso and where Calypso came from and who were the exponents of the art form in those days, if you look and you compare, they were these as artists because they were doing the things that the powers that be condemned, criticized, and say they were singing smut, they were singing this, they were singing that, and they stormed, they braved the weather. Young Brother and those guys, Squeezy Rankin, they represent what people have been calling for all the time. When they're saying Calypso dying, that is the infusion that we needed, not just from them, but we needed that infusion all the time from the Destras, from Sherwin Winchester, from Kerwin Duba, from the soca men in general, the people who were the popular artists who were out there representing the soca and the kind of following and stuff soca brings, and the young people that follow soca, they are now bringing that into the fold. But if you remember when Shadow, the mighty Juke, the mighty Sparrow, any one of the mighties were young. This young people was following Calypso, and young people was following. They didn't have a separation between Calypso and soca, so that you got that buy-in to the culture. The separation came in 1993 with the advent of the soca monarch, which separated, especially in the minds of young people, that soca is this and Calypso is that. So what Young Brother and Squeezy Rankin and these people represent now is bringing back the art form into the fold of one, where when you look and you see Young Brother today in the Calypso stage, then you can see him in the Zest and you can see him in soca. Man, that is what was missing all the time. Because I'm saying this too as a former soca monarch. When I left Calypso temporarily to sing soca, I should have probably try and do the same thing, combine the both, but it was a bit hectic for me at the time. And what Young Brother and them doing now, I would say that is what we were missing all the years, bringing back the young people into Calypso. Because at the semifinals, when they announced Young Brother name, there were a group of young people sitting the backstage, and when they announced his name, all of them ran to the front, and that was one of the most encouraging things I've seen in a long, long time for Calypso.
Yeah, it is encouraging because it appears, Doku, that Calypso had kind of lost its way because they stopped singing social commentary when certain parties in power.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's
and
a problem.
What is your take on that? It seemed like if it had lost its way for a little bit, because when our party in power, you ain't singing on that party. When our next party in power, you're singing on that party. Well, what's your take on that?
My take on that has always been consistent. I've always said that a Calypsonian is somebody who says what needs to be said all the time, not sometimes. And the fact that they choose sometimes to say certain things, I have lost respect for them. A lot of them, as a matter of fact, because and the thing about it too, most of them are not composing. In the past, you would have found Calypsonians articulating their thoughts and putting it in words. Now you find you have one or two composers composing for 20 Calypsonians. 10 of them ended up in the final. So basically, you're getting one perspective. And if that composer is aligned politically, he's not going to write anything that could agitate his interests. And that is what we are saying. Because, all right, let me tell you, right? As a composer, one of the reasons I really don't really write much for people is because the first time you might just, if you write, you compose, you wouldn't say poly. You didn't say politics, yes. Well, I can't sing politics. I not in politics. I want that social commentary. Anything that they perceive to be anti anything they withdraw. So I cannot write with that in mind. I cannot start a song for somebody with well, I don't want this, and I don't want to say this, and I don't want to say that. I cannot muzzle a pen. You might be able to muzzle your mouth, but I cannot muzzle my pen. So hence, I keep away from writing for many people, because a lot of those Calypsonians that you see now, especially younger ones, they're scared to sing anything resembling political commentary, and that's why the art form in the state. A lot of the young ones, they're young, right, and they are the ones who brave to be posting anything that comes to their mind. They're on Facebook, burning fire. They're saying anything comes to their mind on Facebook. But when it comes to articulating a political concern, they're going to a shell like a Morocco.
I listen to the 40 Calypsonians, and I hear a fella singing about Donald Trump in Trinidad and Tobago. I thought you would have sing about how the dragon deal would affect Trinidad and Tobago. Now that Donald Trump.
That's my partner though, so I ain't gonna hit him for 6. That's a good partner.
I know, but I watch it from afar.
He is one who is scared though. I can tell you personally with him, that one, he's not one of these scary cats at all.
Oh, he ain't scared?
He has approached me to write for him for next year, and he had approached me earlier on this year, but it was a bit hectic for me to do anything at the time. But he is not one of these scary cats. I can guarantee you that.
But when I hear some of them songs, I think it's like R&B in Skinner Park. Serious. I'm like, that is a Calypso. And
Yeah,
it seemed to me that 40 singers and 10 hours is a little too much.
yes.
40
Correct, sir.
Calypsonians and 10 hours to pick 10 Calypsonians. What's your take on that?
Yeah, but I agree with you. Fully. 100%. I wouldn't even add to it. I totally agree.
Oh, good, but you're agreeing with me too easy, man.
No, but it's straight. You're speaking facts. So I will put, if I don't agree, I'll get some toilet paper and sell away with a
Yeah, your toilet paper waiting by your side right there, right?
And you're talking facts. It's 40 Calypsonians you're talking about, and 10 hours, on the radio station, you feel like it's only in 30 hours they only play 4 songs,
right?
So so for Calypso, that
But now we see, right, Could, that the young fellas in soca are saying that the older heads trying to keep them out, and they only play the same songs over and over on the radio station. And I think I'll give you an example, like Trinidad Killer, for example, right? And the kind of little turmoil there with Marshall Montano and Nicki Minaj. And I'll be honest with you, I know Trinidad Killer a little different, but I just kind of like, the kind of the zest song and thing to be singing. And do you think there's a soca mafia?
No, I'm glad you asked me that question. I always say no, because I was a soca artist as well, and there is no soca mafia. I will tell you why. A mafia represents organized. Hear the word organized crime. There is nothing organized about soca. If we were organized, we would have already gotten a Grammy Award. So there's nothing organized about soca in terms of the unity of the people. What you have is friendship, friends, and favoritism. That is what's happening. And that happens not just in Calypso or soca. That happens in the police service. That happens in teaching service. That happens in taxi drivers hustling on the road. In all aspects of life. So there's really a human condition that people amplify when carnival time comes. I remember clearly in my time as a youth, we couldn't get no airplay in front of the mighty Shadow and the Baron and the mighty this and the mighty that. We, the young ones, were quarreling and struggling for play, and they won't play us, and we had something to offer. I want to believe that's the time that we had all this creative energy and that burst of energy to come out and show who we are, and they were blocking us then. Now the youths take over, and the older ones feeling the pinch that they probably put on us, on people like me when I was young. So now I have no problem with the young people getting their airplay. They will quarrel, some will quarrel and say they're not getting enough play and it's favoritism, but that is part of the business. When I was young, they used to say favoritism for the mighty Shadow, favoritism they play in Baron, but favoritism that they play in Crow. But it was no favoritism. The people, they had people support. The mighty Shadow had a huge following. Baron up to this day had a huge following. The people demanded to hear the songs. And that is what was happening. So that today, when you see Marshall Montano in particular, now I could speak to this. When they say his songs play, all his songs on the radio and they take over. I know for a fact there was a time he wasn't getting any airplay. All of us were begging for airplay from the same radio stations. So now that he is getting it, I can't complain because I know there was a time he wasn't getting it. There's no mafia. There's favoritism. No mafia.
And it is interesting, Could, that you hear people always talking about, oh, there was soca mafia and this one, that one, and that one don't get airplay, and this one, so coming from you who have been in the vineyard for over 20-something years, and
behind the scenes too, behind the scenes.
Yeah, starting from young, and then you're coming to this point here. It's interesting that, that perspective then letting people know, there's no soca mafia, might be favoritism.
No. Some people, I don't like your head, so I ain't gonna play. Or there's my friend, I go play him. That is what's going on, and that is what's keeping back the music. That's part of what's keeping it back. That's why I say it's not a mafia. A mafia is organized crime. Organized crime wants to make money. They want the best product to go to the Grammy. They ain't going to make no friend thing. They're looking to establish the thing right. So if you're organized, if I was a mafia, I could guarantee we'd have about 10 Grammy Awards already, because we don't have all these pettiness. I don't like him. He too black, or he too short, he foot too big. It went hard at. Look at the American music or reggae music. They don't study those kind of nonsense. You come with your talent, and the people like you, and they break it through. But now, these gatekeepers, friendship and family and stuff, man. That's what's going on. They're playing games. It's not mafia.
Do you think your song, your tune now, is getting the just due on radio?
Well, yes, and I'll tell you why. Because traditionally they don't play political commentary on radio. When I record a song, or I go to the studio to record a song, I'm very realistic in knowing how far it's going, in terms of who is going to play it. Where for example, I'm not contracted to a Calypso tent because of the type of songs that I sing. They don't want me in the tents. With all the titles, Young King and Monarch and all that, and the people like the song. Why am I not in a Calypso tent? Why they wouldn't answer that? They would make all kind of excuses. It's because they are not encouraging my type of songs in that arena. So that I am very realistic. I cannot expect you, for example, if you are the sponsor of this program, and you bring me on this program, and I bad talking you and your family and all your friends, would you keep having me on your program every time I come on your program? This man, I bad talking you, I bad talking Tommy. And you're going to pay me on your program to bad talking.
But could you say bad talking is not bad talking, it's fact.
They see it. That's the petty. That's what I'm saying. It's politics we're dealing with, We're dealing with politics and politicians. And they're very thin skin. They're very thin skin. You walk. But now, sometimes if I can wear a yellow t-shirt, especially now, you think I can wear a yellow t-shirt and go down the road? They'll, what's a UNC? That's the kind of mindset we're talking about. Look what happened in Skinner Park. They didn't listen to what I was singing, but toilet paper, that's the mindset that we're dealing with. So once you're up against that kind of mindset, crap will smoke your pipe. But I understand that. I don't fault them for that. The tents all the tents are sponsored or the subvention from the government. They ever saying the piper calls the tune? Who pays the piper calls the tune?
But that's taxpayers' money that the government giving to them. That's taxpayers' money. That's not the government money.
It don't see it that way. It's petty politics we're dealing with. That's my point. Okay, for example, in the days of when Calypso had the tents like Lord Kitchener tents, spectacular. Those weren't government tents, those were private tents. The tents were filled, man, packed with people, independent. Correct. That is where people like Watchman, Crow, Arlows, and all those guys in those days made their names. It was not the government tent. The government had one tent called they used to call it the CDC, and I was part of the other one called the New Wave Calypso tent. And that was the government tent, one. Right? So then all the other tents were independent. No, there are no independent Calypso tents. All the tents receive funding, subvention from the government. So it's not a businessman I come and I invest in this. I want to make money. I make it sure I picking the best team. I'm not going to pick my friend and families that singing nonsense for years upon years, but they're on the cast and they're getting paid. Listen, when you go to a Calypso tent and you see the tent empty for the whole week, at the end of the week, everybody gets a check.
Everybody?
You can because the government is paying it. But the days are jazzy and you come and the tent looking weak tonight or 2 days past and nothing. They tell you, well, you had to get a little cut in your salary.
Yeah.
It's in your best interest to bring people out to the tent, and when the tent is packed, they even give you a bonus. No, the tent's empty and everybody goes on Friday with a big broad because they just got paid for I don't know.
But is this something that has been going on now for quite a while, in that these government subvention is stifling the Calypso, in that you can't sing certain song, you can't go in this tent and sing certain song because you anti-PNM, let me say the PNM in power, right?
That is why I'm not any political commentary. That is it. That's it. Yeah, they can't do it. They're not going to be selected to do it. They are gatekeepers, I wouldn't go as far as to say much in that respect because I don't want to go there. But there are a lot of gatekeepers that doing these selections and stuff for the Calypso tents. People gatekeeping different things. And the point about it, I personally understand their perspective, because they bread and butter and they guide the interests. So I don't go wrong. I wouldn't even bother to go to the auditions anymore and to face that kind of humiliation and stuff, you know. But I feel it for the ones who would like to say something, who would like to make a contribution. They feel muzzled or they feel victimized. They feel pressured not into, you know, expressing their true concerns. I really feel it for them. But they have to develop, in this business, you have to have two pairs of testicles. One, you keep home for domestic purposes, and the other pair is to deal with the audiences and the Calypso world and all the different things you're dealing with. Yeah, it is business. One for domestic and one for outside.
You have to be like a twin cow then.
Yeah, man. And that is why I could say with all contradiction, and this is something that you know, people may know or may not know. Watchman has been one of my main mentors in Calypso. Not just as a mentor, Watchman was my neighbor a couple houses away. So imagine as a young man, I buy Watchman every minute harassing them. That's when I now starting to learn to write and think, you know.
Yeah.
And Watchman advising me and talking to me, and I admire this man, how he, you know, sometimes he goes to the tent, and in the tent he composing 3 new verses on the spot and going on stage and executing. And I am witnessing those things so that I want to emulate standard, something of standard, as a composer and as an artist. So, and Watchman was one who was fearless. They couldn't say he was this green, he was blue, he was yellow, he was nothing. He was leader of the opposition for the Calypsonians. And that is what we missed it. And you know, I'm trying to fill those shoes, those big shoes right now.
Yeah. That ain't not easy shoes to fill, I'll be honest with you. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Brad. I used to play some Watchman song, eh? You understand?
Yeah.
I used to play some Watchman song. Good. Let's take a quick call here. Let's take a quick call. Caller, you have a question for Kurt? Caller, turn on your computer. Caller, turn on your computer.
All right.
You have a question for Kurt?
Yeah, good night.
Go ahead, good night.
I just called to just give a comment. I find the Calypso for the March Gras, I find that come like a concert. It's not a competition no more. This one tune thing to me is like a concert. Another thing I despondent with is that the fact that political commentary is one of the things that we look forward to on the March Gras night. You know, we depend on the Calypsonian to bring the issues forward. And I feel like if they're being stifled, I was so disappointed in the production Saturday gone there. I find the Calypso was like tasteless. And this jagang Calypso, we passed that stage, you know.
All right, Colin.
The winner last year, I had a serious problem with that because to me, like, sing a lap way and win the Calypso Crown, and like he might do it again this year.
All right, cool.
I think they should stop killing the culture of the Calypsonian freedom to express themselves and be what they're supposed to be and not be muzzled.
Okay. So Kurt, what about the one song thing, and that now in the final is just one song as opposed to 2 songs? And the idea that go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, and the idea that based on the caller that he think is now a concert.
I understand his perspective. You know, the one song stuff has always been an issue with me personally, but I don't want to be selfish because as a composer and somebody who came from the 2 song school in the 80s, coming straight up to the 90s, I always prefer 2 songs. I always say it comes like football is 90 minutes of football, right? And if you reach in a state now, you make it 60 minutes instead of 90 because the players don't have the condition, they carry on up and down. Then there's a legitimate excuse as to why it turns this from 90 to 60. I think what's happening now, these group of Calypsonians who are purchasing songs, mainly a lot of them buying songs, to buy 2 songs and to buy 3 songs for the season may be a little tough for them. And, you know, it caters for the ones who are hopping on one foot, basically. Because there are some people like Usain Bolt, for example, he goes to a 100-meter race. If you ask him to run on 1 foot, he may not break the record. But if you put him on the 2 legs and he run down the road, you get a record. It's the same way I feel sometimes. Being in Calypso competition, I feel I moving on 1 foot. And if I could get my 2 legs in that race, I think I could break some records. Yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And unless the people itself say, listen, we're not standing for the one song, we're boycotting this, they're going to continue to give you one song until they probably drop down to 2 verses per Calypso.
Now, how long do you have in the final to sing your song? How long do they give you? I know it's 7 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
8 minutes. You have 8 minutes. And that 8 minutes starts from the time they see your background vocals walk into the stage.
Yeah.
The time starts to click. So it's 8 minutes not of you singing, but 8 minutes after they announce your name. So if you have little technical problems and stuff before you start and you go over that time, they're going to penalize you.
Caller, you have a question for Kurt? Caller.
Good night to the last badge. Mr. Good night to the last badge himself.
Good night, sir.
In the final Sunday.
Thank you.
So the parent government come in power, they kill Calypso. Because we're not saying about the issues and the problems we're facing in this country right now. People go Calypso tent, they hear about the real issues, not because one party people are saying one, the next party people are saying about the real issues and the problems going on in this country. So I love to understand.
So he's saying they're not singing about the issues. That, you know, Kurt, I have to be honest with you, right? Living in the United States of America. You have a next caller. Caller, you have a question for Kurt? Caller. Yes. Don't listen to the computer. Don't listen to the computer. You have a question for Kurt?
Yes, I don't have a computer on. Yes, oh gosh. I was thinking, just like what the last caller was saying about the Calypsos are not relevant. They're not nation. They are not speaking. Calypsonians years ago, right, were the storytellers of the land. So they tell politically everything that's happening in the world and in their land, in our land. You will hear it if you don't read, you don't have a radio, if you don't, you hear it from the Calypsonian. So when you said that the young people afraid to talk and their mouth muzzled, I want to know why we have this fear, this culture of fear nowadays with young people, and I find they should have been better more because, you know, in your days and your mother and father, you know, old people days, Kitchen and them were not afraid to talk. Eric Williams used to be in the tent on the bar talking to him with all kind of things, saying everything on Kitchen and all the ministers used to be in the tent years ago. So what is this fear, afraid to talk and afraid? I don't understand that because they are the talkers of the land, you know. That is what was the origin of Calypso.
All right, caller. So let him answer. Yeah, let him answer. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kurt.
Okay. There could be a little link that we're missing. In the past, a lot of Calypso and Calypsonians were associated with rum shops. You know, you will hear the Calypsonians in the rum shop and they get in the dice where they picked up their stock and stuff, right? I remember in the 80s, it was like, wow, we have a teacher who's singing Calypso, Chalky, a teacher. Yeah, that was then, right? No. Most of the Calypsonians are graduates from universities. Back then, some of them didn't even have a good primary school education, and yet still you were getting that kind of output. Now, if you look at the finals, I can tell you 8 out of the 10, 9 out of the 11 finalists are UTT graduates and university graduates and stuff. And now you expect to hear more. You expect them to talk out more, especially in this age of social media and all that. And this is the time that the muzzle confuses me. It's better the Calypsonians go back to the rum shop. It's better we get the uneducated, the so-called Don Skysonians, the so-called hardheads to come back and sing Kaiso. Because these bunch who educated from the universities, they ain't saying nothing.
Caller, you have a question for Kurt?
Yes, I have a question. Good night to you, Wall Street, and good night to you, Uncle Tommy. And good night to the Bardjohn of rhythm and rhyme and storytelling. I want to applaud you and give you 10 out of 10, Mr. Allen.
Thank you.
For singing rhythm and rhyme with a storytelling, because that is the agenda of Calypso. Rather than some of them Calypsonians who sing hypocrisy with our agenda, we have to really stamp out those Calypsonians and that sing hypocrisy with our agenda to make money, to make taxpayers money. We have to get them out of
rhythm and rhyme with our storytelling. You speak something there tonight that you make my pause raise because you speak about the old Calypsonian and them who used to play Bardjohn. Today, those Calypsonian and them who like to sing for the PNM from 1956 to now, today the PNM in power, and they can't even, is it factual, Mr. Allen, that they can't even come up with that $3,000 to pay a producer to produce the song for them? I know it is a fact that they cannot do that. And why it is today all those Bardjohn, not your type of Bardjohn, but those bullies, senior Calypsonian and them, that is to bully all the politicians and them on the opposition side and sing with our agenda for the PNM. Today, I want to ask you this question. What type of Calypsonian does vote against $2 million competition and settle for $700,000 competition? What type of Calypsonian? Does a Calypsonian sing for more money in competition or less money in competition?
All right.
That's why Calypso, which part it is today.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good. I know which part of that you want to take first.
He's expressing his frustration with the output from the Calypsonians, especially when a certain party is in power. And I'm saying, in my case, it doesn't matter which party is in power. I have no, I have no horse in any race. I think that is what missing, that independence, that even though you're my friend, I could still tell you where you're going wrong. So even though I support your party or I wear your colors, I can still tell you where you're going wrong. I can still appreciate somebody's, saying, giving a comment on what you're doing, rather than, this, if you say something and they get a sense of animosity coming back at you because you raise an issue or you amplify a concern. But remember, my job as a Calypsonian is to do exactly that. I didn't sign on to this to be any friends with any politicians or anybody. I signed on to this to represent and amplify the voice of the people. And that's, I think I'm being true to that. So I think the Calypsonians need to come clean and tell you why am I singing Calypso? Am I singing Calypso because I want fame and I want some money, I want some girls, or you want to represent the voice of the people? I think we have to start there with them. Because I really don't know.
But could you think that Calypso has lost its way and it's on its way out, so to speak?
No, not at all. It's quite the opposite. I think it's on the way up, and I say so because of what I am seeing. Something strange is happening on the ground, not just with young brother. We just have a junior Calypso monarch, Darius, a young guy named Darius.
Yep.
He also won the Chutney monarch. When I saw him in rehearsals today, and this is a natural talent I'm talking about. He was sitting in a rehearsal as an 8-year-old, being an 8-year-old, and how he's responding to the seniors who are rehearsing, and he dancing and he throwing, and when he took the mic, everybody paused. I mean, it was if a pin dropped in that room in rehearsals today. You could have heard it. Everybody was like, wow, where is this coming from? This is something that we have never seen before. The last time I probably saw anything like that personally was in 1984, when I also witnessed Marshall Montano. I was a bit older, 2 years older, but I was there in the junior competition, competing against him. And when I saw him on stage, I said, that is something special. When I saw young brother, that is something special. When I see Darius, that is something special. So I am seeing that while there is a genuine concern of where Calypso is headed, I think that something is happening on the ground right now that may surprise people in a couple of years' time. And if we I'm saying that if we acknowledge it, pay attention to it, and nurture what we are seeing coming from these young people who are really, trying their best to embrace the art form. If we nurture and encourage that some more, wow, we in for a nice ride, because these young kids have a different type of fire. If I'm to judge it by right in terms of the airplay of Calypso, the type of Calypso, then I will probably join the chorus and say we're in trouble. But I'm seeing it from a different perspective as well.
Okay,
So I must
caller, you have a
maintain.
question? You have a question for Kurt?
Yeah.
Caller.
Good night again. Yeah. Good night again, Mr. Anselm, Mr. Tommy.
Hmm.
Good night to you, Mr. Allen. All the best
Good
of luck to you Sunday. So,
Thank you.
Mr. Allen, this is a suggestion here, right? So, you know, the culture is feeding. So, do you think it would be a good idea, like you, how you are songwriters and others, they start to make it mandatory, like a subject in primary school, secondary school, to teach the children about the history and culture of Calypso and teach them how to write and have competition year round? I ain't talking about
Yes.
one competition for the year. I'm talking about having like 2-3 competitions for the year to bring back the culture, to bring back the children and to be a little more articulate and to have the culture back, because you know soca and calypso is our genre. And this is something we need to take to the future. That's the question.
All right, thank you.
Everything you said, Ed, I think that is exactly what we need right now in terms of getting the history and of calypso, the art form of calypso taught within the school, as a subject within the schools. I think I think the calypso art form it deserves that. We long past that. That should have been something already established, because that is who we are. That is who we are as a people. Calypso through calypsos our stories are told. So you use calypso to teach history. You use calypso to create history. So I think that is something that is very, very much needed.
Caller, turn on your computer. Caller, turn on your computer.
Right. Okay.
What's the question for Kurt? What's the question?
I want to first I want to tell him, boy, I enjoy your calypso and I love your calypso. And
thank you.
That's the spirit. But what I want to find out is this: we're going on with Sugar Aloes, what's going on with Chalky, what's going on with Cocoa? How they not, in the mix no more? What causing that, and how you dealt toilet paper Saturday?
Well, I don't know what's going on with them in terms of their careers and stuff, but what I could say from observation, we have this image of Croco and Aloes and all these people, and when that image in our mind, we're seeing a 30-40-year-old person. But these guys have advanced in age, and with age, certain things, there are certain restrictions and certain things that change. So I want to believe that could be a reason in terms of, just like in every other profession, you're a boxer. Look, Usain Bolt, at a retire, he's still in the 30s, 40s, so sometimes aging causes certain limitations. I'm not saying that is their case, but we have to keep that in mind, that these guys that you're talking about are no longer, in their prime. And sometimes they have different interests. Sometimes they have a different, a different journey to take, but we remember them for what we remember them for. But on a personal note, they are all healthy and they are alive, and that's the most important thing.
Any new verse for Sunday?
Well, I would have loved to in the tradition. Now that's the tradition of Calypso. Chalky has won many crowns, not by just a new verse, but sometimes 2 new verses. However, there's a censorship rule in Calypso now, where you're not allowed to change your verses. If you have to make any editing or any amendments, you're only allowed to change 4 lines. So it means that if something happens today that I think I could sing, or how Watchman used to do it, sing it on Sunday. No. As a matter of fact, you'll be penalized for it, not just you cannot sing it. Points being deducted if you even attempt to sing something that happens tomorrow in a Calypso. But Chalky did that on several occasions and won crowns. But I don't have that privilege because of this censorship rule. Imagine that. The spirit of Calypso, this is the spirit of Calypso. The spirit of Calypso is I can wake up in the morning and see something and go and comment on it. But according to the rules of the competition, you're allowed to change 4 lines. But what if you have 16 lines in a Calypso in the verse and then another 16 in the chorus? How could you change 4 lines to be effective? What are you going to say in those 4 lines?
But why are the other Calypsonians silent on something important like that?
What do you mean, why the silent? You answer right here. All the things that we talked about is the answer, and they scare the cats, man. They take everything and they just roll over. And when people like me complain, we get blacklisted and labeled complainers, because I'm not just saying that I complained about it. But they are not, brother, it's not like long time. It's not like the crop of Calypsonians from yesteryear. These new ones just happy to be there. They're happy to be there, and they conform to whatever indoctrination they may have gotten from some of the other Calypsonians and coming in. They're on their own, the spirit of everything gone, you know.
So
There's not much.
Can you stay with us just a few more minutes? I just have to go a quick break and we'll be right back. Just a few more minutes, okay? I appreciate it. Folks, we're going to go for a quick break. We have with us the last Bardjohn of Calypso, Kurt Allen, and we're having a very, 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 very splendiferous, marvelous, tremendous, splentastic. A greatastic. we exchange superlatives today. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, the last Bardjohn of Calypso, Kurt Allen and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
So Kurt, you know, I am a Calypso connoisseur. I love social commentary. You understand? And to me, as an outsider, the social commentary gives you an idea of what's going on in the country.
Correct.
You see?
Correct.
It's like you listen to these Calypsos and you say, yeah, boy. I mean, when you listen to Your Turn Now, I mean, if you could say, well, you know that verse there, that verse not true, you know. You know, you see that verse there? That verse there is not facts. But you really can't say that. Why would you be upset with something like that?
Yes, it beats me. It's mind-boggling, you know. But again, it reflects the society and where we are. We still have some maturing to do as a people, as a nation. And again, these type of calypso also helps you to recognize where you are at as a society.
But even at this advanced stage, it's 2025, you know?
Yeah, there's the reality. It is what it is. This shows you. So even though we may have thought, okay, exactly that, this is 2025. We thinking that, okay, we saw all that, we were advanced. But what took place last Saturday is a little micro glimpse of where we at as a society. But we're growing because, as I mentioned, back in the days, the whole of Skinner Park would have been red toilet paper. So I'm seeing growth and I'm seeing progress. So that it's not, you know, it's not any negative, it's only positive. We're moving forward.
Caller, you have a question for Kurt? Caller.
Yeah, I like Wall Street, what you were saying, right? The point you were just bringing up. But it's what Kurt said. You remember, it's this time, I find this time, they should be more relevant and they should be more sensible than the old time days. So you were asking him something, and I say it's what Kurt said, that better bring back the rum shop talk than the educated. They see they are too educated. So they're speaking, they're singing either R&B or education. They're not singing old time calypso, or they're not, so that's why we losing it percent. But you were saying something, and Kurt went across, was taking the point, you know, what was going on.
Okay.
Congratulations. Let me tell you, Kurt, on your, I'm telling you first, I'm telling you before anybody say, congratulations on your first place on Sunday, right?
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Right?
Tommy, you heard that?
Yes.
Yeah, good. You got to put it out into the atmosphere, man. I know you are.
I know.
You got to put it out, you know.
Good. I know you're gonna win. That's why I put you second, because I know you putting you second was gonna make you work harder.
I understand that.
Tommy,
I can respect that.
Yeah, but if my wife say she like this song, I go otherwise?
You see, you want to speak comfortable tonight.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Kurt. The defender of the current monarch is going to be Double M, right?
Yes.
Are you are the participants aware of what he's coming with?
Yeah, we had a rehearsal today, and he was there. He rehearsed the song, and Betme. That's what he's going with. Betme.
Oh, Batman.
Yo, me American job.
Yeah. But I think you could. I think you can top that.
Well, the judges, will have the same, but his rehearsal.
Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead, Kurt.
No, I said I was at the rehearsal today, and he was high energy, and he brought the A game to the rehearsal as usual.
But I like I'm to get to the boat to the one and sing about the real issues and the problems in this country. I wish you all the best in the finance.
Thank you, my brother. Respect.
Yeah. Going back from way back, you're too bright. Like on this radio station, we have songs that we just play from way back when, right? And we like to play more of the older calypsos, right? In the rotation, and Too Bright. That was another splendiferous calypso. By the way, Kurt, it's funny. Let me give you guys this quick thing, right? So I sent Kurt a message today, and he sent me back an answer, great-tastic. And I sent him back splendiferous.
I tried to pronounce it, that one. I tried to pronounce it splendiferous, right?
Splendiferous. Yeah. When I see great-tastic, I say, now what? You trying to top me? No, but you see, Kurt, what many of us would like to see is that people learn from yourself, learn from people who have been there and done that, in order to continue to keep the thing moving. And you see, constructive criticism is good. For example, 10 hours from a semi-final is just too long. It's too long.
Way too much.
It's just way too long. And, listen, it could be shortened and people could still be in Skinner Park partying, because some people come to party, they don't really come to listen to the Calypso.
Yeah.
Right? It could stay like that. And I think people have to stop being so thin-skinned, right? And everything, politics and everything. And everything for them is red or yellow.
Yeah, man.
You understand? And
that's the lens they have, red or yellow lens.
Yeah, the country, we need to allow things to happen and allow people to discuss the issues happening in the country.
Correct.
Because who else go discuss the issues?
Exactly. And it's not they must have seen it as a personal attack. I don't know Dr. Rowley or Auntie Kamala or anybody personally. I cannot tell you anything about them personally, as a person. Remember, these people are husbands, wives, they have children, they are friends, they are uncles and aunties. I ain't going to say anything about nobody personally. I'm just giving an account of what's in the public domain. I will give an example, right? I'm sure that you know of a Calypso people in the 80s used to say Chambers Duncy.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You have heard that as a fact. But is it a fact that Chambers was Duncy? Is it a fact that he's...
No.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. You have to allow the artist to express something that may be figurative in meaning. It may not be literal, but that's the art form. That's the beauty of the art form itself. Without putting any labels that this person is anti this or anti that, especially a Calypso fraternity. If I can understand, if you have somebody who off the streets and he may like a particular party and you're rambling and making accusations, you might be able to say, okay, brother, some of the things you're saying, they might be true, and some you have to pay in check. But as a Calypsonian, you have to understand the role that we play as Calypsonians. This is our role. Just like a lawyer has a role. He will go and defend the worst criminal because that is his role. Do you think that he will let his daughter marry that criminal in the morning, or he will go to lunch with him? No, but he has a responsibility in that courtroom to defend him. When he comes out of that courtroom and becomes the normal person again, he may not even want to talk to the person he just defended. And that is who we are as Calypsonians. We are just like lawyers representing the views of the people. Don't chastise us and try and paint us as some. Saying this, listening to myself, I can understand why people will even think so, because some of the Calypsonians actually portray it. Some of them come and say things only when a particular government is in power, and then they align themselves in political campaigns. Some of them are ahead. I'm telling you, some of them are youth group leaders for certain parties, that singing Kaiso and within Crown, so that when you see them, I can't take them seriously. On a personal note, I can't take them seriously. I can be a friend and all that, but I can't take it seriously when it comes to certain things, because you're playing a double side game with the people. You can't come and represent the people in one breath. I just say you can't serve God and you can't serve Mammon at the same time. That is a biblical statement.
Caller, you have a question for Kurt? Caller.
Yes, I have a question for Kurt. I listened to Kurt whether he sung like a real Calypsonian. I gave 10 out of 10 for that.
Thank you, my brother.
I see that the people today will throw toilet paper and raise toilet paper for you, Mr. Allen. I say, wow. I say hypocrisy is really revealed in the minds of humanity, and they express that. But Gypsy, I see the other day Gypsy singing Little Black Boy, and everybody clapping at Gypsy today. I say, wow, that is real hypocrisy. But Mr. Allen, Gypsy spent 5 years under the People's Partnership in art and multiculturalism, and 10 years under the PNM in the same art form in Tuco and the same Calypso arena. So it's 15 years he spent in the art form. I would like you to rate, because I will give him 3 out of 10. I would like you to rate Gypsy performance doing for Calypso and to enhance the art form 1 to 10.
All right.
How much you will rate him? Because in my view, he did nothing and I rate him 3. What is your view? How you will rate Gypsy 1 to 10 in doing for art form? Thank you.
Well, I believe that in order, by you rated him, you probably did, the research and you came up with that conclusion. I will have to do the same type of research before I come up with that number for him. I don't want to just, to just talk off my head when it comes to stuff like that. Sometimes you may be doing things that other people don't know what you're doing, and they will say, "But you're doing nothing." But I understand what he's saying clearly. I understand it clear. But I wouldn't want to rate him on that scale right now.
Caller, what's your question for Kurt? Caller.
Yeah.
What's the question?
This is my last call. I ain't calling back after this one.
All right.
Kurt, another thing too, another comment I want to make too, is that some people that sing just for going in the final and making our money. They sing things that don't make sense. Like for instance, they have a tune that I hate when I hate in the monarch thing there. This tune poverty is no excuse for crime. I find that don't make sense at all, because poverty is part of the issue for crime. So just singing that just to get in and win a crown, because I sure they know better, because they grew up in the ghetto, so they're supposed to know better. But singing tunes like this, just to get our money, I find it don't make sense. And these are things that we have to look at, because these are things that is killing the culture.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
But Kurt, listen to this, right? You see what you just said there? Now, from abroad, there's the Brookings Institute, which did a study on poverty and crime. Brookings Institute, one of the biggest institutes in the world, and they are located in Washington, right? But let you answer the question first. Go ahead.
Which question?
The one when he say about poverty is no excuse for crime. When he's talking about that as a
we all know that poverty contributes to crime, right? We all know that. So that there is not much of a discussion. So we know that. We know that poverty is a legitimate excuse for crime.
Yeah, but Kurt, then I know that she didn't write the song. I know she didn't write the song. right?
Yeah, correct.
Somebody give her the song and she just sing it. But the thing about it, Kurt, is that even though somebody just gave you to sing it, you know, it now comes like if that is your song and you believe that.
That is my point. You know, my point is that I had a song called Powers of Belief, right? Everybody believes in something and they believe that their something is the right thing. So if she believes that or he believes that, then they're going to sing and put it across with that conviction. I am not one to chastise anybody based on their beliefs. So if they believe that and they put it across that way, fine. I may believe something totally different. And if you find that being a little thing, that's my good friend. So you know, I don't want to knock my friend. You know, my
No,
good
no, 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 but no. We didn't.
I joke.
Yeah, so we didn't bring you here. We didn't bring you here for you to knock anybody. You could handle your own stories.
I know. I just no. I understand what he's saying, and I share this. I'm saying that I believe that poverty is a legitimate excuse for crime.
Right. Yeah, we didn't bring you here for you to knock nobody or cause
I know. I just having fun.
Yeah.
What happened now? What happened? I know he's referring to Corinne Ashe, and we have a special thing going with the initials KA as in Kurt Allen and KA as in Corinne Ashe. So we have always been linking on that KA stuff, you know, so that I'm just saying that before.
And I know because Corinne Ashe from Village Council Street in Lavantil.
Yeah.
Right? And I grew up in Snake Valley too. Snake Valley is about quarter mile from Village Council. So you know, and I am Lavantil, Chumakak.
Right.
You understand?
Yes,
you know, in America, I love my Chumakak too bad, but that is where I grew up. You understand? But I didn't like that one. I didn't like that poverty is no excuse for crime.
I understand. I don't embrace his sentiment, but I'm not going to knock her song or her belief in what she's singing, because if she believes that, she believes that.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, it's like there are writers who write certain things, and they always, I know Christoph always write for her. Right?
Yes, correct.
Right? So, yeah, I know Christoph always writes for her. And, I mean, I'm a big fan of Corinne Ashe. Right?
Yeah, me too.
Right? But not because I'm not a fan of certain songs, mean to say I'm not a fan of her.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not because I like running, mean to say that I'm anti-cricket.
Right. Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good example. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's the way it is, man. Yeah. You know, but Kurt, how has it been going with you on rehearsals? And just give the people, by the way, Kurt, in the background, right? What kind of sentiments you just get about your turn now? Behind closed doors, what kind of thing you just get from people?
Positive. Even from diehard PNMites, you know, who are my friends and stuff, they support the song. They say you're saying the right thing, but boy, we can't come out there and support you totally, you know. But we like your song. There was some of them that's be spit. It's a PNM, but I like your song, boy. So you know, it's encouraging, because as I'm saying, what I am saying is what is in public domain. I'm not making up any stories. I'm not sitting here making up a story or making up a scenario or a lie. I am saying exactly what everybody already knows, or what some people may not want to come out and say directly. That's why they depend on people like us now. With social media, they come out and say all kinds of things on social media, right? But when it comes to dealing with the political side of things, they're going a barrel. And I don't understand why. Because it's not to say you've seen most of them lives being enriched or changed based on changes of government. Poor people still catching in. You understand? Government go and look around. If I look around here, I have not seen any change in my community. I ain't seen any infrastructural differences, whichever government come into place. So then why should I be defending something that is not beneficial to me? I think I should be highlighting and amplifying the concerns I have to make it better for everybody. It's not a personal thing. If it's a personal thing, you think I'll be singing these kind of songs in competition? You know what backlash I just get for being this type of artist? When I was a soca artist, I was more prosperous, you know, making a lot of money and traveling and going all over the place. And from the time I came off of the soca scene to do this, I don't travel nowhere. I don't make no money as an artist. When last you ever hear about a Calypso show anywhere in the world? Soca shows, it's fets.
Yeah.
And I walk away from that to be doing this and still have to face. So I know what I'm up against. I can easily make a difference. You know, I can easily. The room, the space is still there. As a matter of fact, with a particular band for me to go back and sing with right now. The invitation is always open. They have always left, Roy Cape in particular, always left an open invitation for me. Anytime I'm ready to come back in the band at the time, I could have rejoined the All Stars. The invitation was open. So I could have been traveling and making money and singing the things that I know people that want to hug me up for and wine and take a little wine and jam. But because I am doing this shows that my integrity means more to me. You know, not that I wouldn't sing a party song, but this commentary is in my heart. This is what I started off with in primary school. The first Calypso I ever wrote was a political commentary at age 11 on Mr. Chambers and the budget. I have words for Prime Minister Georgie about the things he changed up in the country. He raised the price of sugar, flour, oil, and butter, but he forget the people in the gutter, like he leaving we to suffer. Oh no, Chambers, we don't like it so. So Mr. Chambers, so kind of Mr. Chambers, like you don't have to go in the market. Mr. Chambers, we feeling hungry. My mother went and come back with she basket empty. That's the first kind of ever write political commentary. So it's within me to express the views of the people and the concerns of the people, man. There's not no fake. It's not no joke, you know.
Yeah, look, I want to address this on the screen here. It says, "Kurt, your song is well written, but your song isn't factual, but you met the standards to make a final." Just imagine that.
Let's go into that now. How is it not? If we go through the song line by line,
yeah,
bet me. Come on, bet me. You just show me one thing that is not factual, and I will not go and sing on Sunday.
Oh,
let me make that deal. Show me, point out one thing. I'm putting this out. Show me one thing that is not factual, and I will draw from the competition Sunday. Let me go. Bet me.
Patty, you're up. You up now. One thing. You only want one, eh? He want two. He want three. One thing. Patty, you next. All right, Bernadette says, "Kurt, my family and friends love your song. Congratulations. I'd be playing your song every day, and I share that song for everyone I know."
That's good facts. Thanks. That's very factual. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I see people in the front with toilet paper. Rowley send them to pelt you down, and they just.
I don't think he sent. I don't think Rowley he ain't going that low. Rowley, the Prime Minister, is not going to stoop so low to send anybody to do anything like that. I think that's the people itself, the ones who try probably looking for favors or trying to be in good light with the leadership. Those are the people that do that. Rowley didn't have time with them nonsense. Dr. Rowley is bigger than that. You know, he's bigger than that.
Good. Our next person says, "I'm a St. Lucian and loyal fan, Kurt Allen. His social commentary is always loved by me. I am looking forward to exceptional and excellent performance from Kurt, my winner for 2025.
Tommy, you heard that? Tommy, you heard the last one.
Tommy.
So I just harassing Tommy.
I'll be happy if you win. Actually, I'll be happy if you win.
Tommy, I just joking, man. They're just quiet.
Tommy, calling you out, Tommy.
Yeah, because I put him second. That's from last Saturday's performance.
Tommy, you go 3 man second.
That will encourage me to do better, man. That will encourage me to
exactly.
Yeah. Kola, what's your question? What's your question for Kurt?
Good night again, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy, and Mr. Kurt. Mr. Kurt, well, this I'm from outside now, so I'm gonna sing my WZYE song here. Before you leave me here, first place is your place on Sunday.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
All the best, and I know first place is yours, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thanks.
You know, Kurt, I tell you, I call your partner. Don't call his name, eh? Don't call his name, eh? I send your partner a text. I said, boy, I will get Kurt Allen, you know. I will get Kurt, you know. He said, "Don't worry, man. I'll go fix it up for you."
One time. He had that privilege. He fixed that one time.
Yeah, and then 2 twos. He said, "All right, send him a message. Send him the message away."
Total respect for that friend of mine.
Understand? I'm a real partner.
Right.
I'm a partner. I'm a partner.
You have a good real partner. Trust me.
You know, but listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I watching them fellas and them singing Calypso from young boy. I never in my wildest imagination thought that me and them fellas go be friends.
Right.
Yes, going up in Chumaka Clavantel and you're watching them fellas on the stage. Dimash show 10, review 10 and all them 10 and them. You never think it, and then you say, talk. I mean, it's a great thing, man. Right?
Yeah, man.
Caller, what's your question for Kurt? Caller.
Mr. Labash, I'm going to first. Before you go, you're going to try and blow away. All the best for the final.
The dragon gas deal.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I will be singing on Sunday because I'm waiting for somebody to come up with some facts.
No, she ain't coming up with nothing. She ain't gonna come up
I
with
just want one line or something, and there's one line because one line. Show me one line that is not factual.
I mean, she ain't gonna come up.
No, they can't. That's why I'm saying a lot of people talk a lot of stuff, but they cannot back it up.
So somebody else says Kurt Allen is a true patriot and a role model, an absolute Trinidadian treasure and living legend. Hoping you win on Sunday.
Thank you very much. I welcome all the blessings and all the love, and send it right back from the heart.
Oh, you see, Kurt, here is our answer. Kurt, you know what I speak about. You sing now. She can't come up with nothing.
They can't. No, they can't. I've heard. You see, this is the second or third time I've been hearing this now. And the same question I said, just give me one line and I come out. They can't.
One line. That's one.
One line that is not factual.
Caller, quickly. Well, you have a question for Kurt? Caller.
I want to. Hello, Kurt.
Yes, hello.
Put on the record that I was the first one to say congratulations on your win on Sunday because I hear everybody hitting the first now. I haven't heard a first before, not even from Tommy. Kurt, let me tell you, I am personally coming to shake your hand on Sunday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Tommy getting all kind of licks, boy. Yeah. Yeah. And Kurt, this is what she says. She says, I don't play games. And she can't come up with nothing.
That's what I'm saying. If they could just come up with one line, all these words here should just be one line of the song saying what is not factual. They cannot. I'll put my head on any block for that. They cannot.
And that's just what it's about, man. It's like we as a people have to understand that whatever side you're on the political divide.
Emotional things, man.
Yeah, if it's facts, don't argue with facts. You know, Kurt is interesting, eh? Let me tell you this. Now, this is politics, but you don't have to get in. I just want to say this. Today, I was talking about the Corruption Perception Index, right? And I told a person something from a report from the internet. Now, I make it up, eh? Transparency.org does do the Corruption Perception Index every day, and I just give the numbers. And it's like the person don't want to believe the facts of the information.
In denial.
They're in denial.
Yeah. That happens. That happens a lot of people. Just in denial.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to substantiate if you make an accusation and say something not factual. Bring your evidence. Bring
and that's simple.
Educate me. I'll be first to say, oh shucks. Because that's the type of person I am. I ain't strong. I listen to the people. So the people come and say, hey, and that way I said it wasn't right because XYZ. You think I will go against what the people say? No. I'll make the adjustments. Is that ego?
Angie Rowan says, good luck on Sunday, Kurt. Great Calypso.
Thank you so very much.
Kurt, your Calypso was honest, well composed, truthful, and on point. Best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Truthful
everything in that song is real, Kurt. Don't take them on. People.
Yeah, I pay no attention to that unless they come up with something to say. Well, okay, Kurt, this is what you should have said based on that. That is wrong information. Man, I will open my arms and take it. But I ain't gonna take foolishness from nobody who emotional and just they can't substantiate what they're saying. No.
But Kurt, let me ask you a question.
Dismiss it.
I have been told that politicians, Calypsonians just have certain type of rituals before they go on stage. Is that true?
I have been told the same thing, but I've never witnessed that. I've never witnessed that. I see Calypsonians who have different religious beliefs and the different religious practices, and they may extend that or showcase that prior to a competition in terms of in the dressing room or whatever, however way they feel. And that's their personal choice in terms of their belief system. But I haven't been on the receiving end of any of those things that they associate the Calypsonians with. Or I haven't seen it personally. They say, well, I've seen this one do that or that one do it, but I have heard. Since I'm coming, I've been hearing about it, but I've never witnessed it. Yeah, and that's honest. That's honesty, because by now you could get that I'm a straight talker. I ain't gonna butter and hide nothing, So I've heard it, but I've never witnessed it.
Now, Kurt, I want you to promise us now that when you win on Sunday, you will give us the first interview outside of Trinidad when you win.
You or Tommy, which one?
I like that.
That's a promise. You have my word. You have my word on that.
But it's Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Right, good.
Yeah, only hear that. When Kurt Allen wins on Sunday, the first interview outside of Trinidad and Tobago, right? We'll be here on
right in the village.
95.9 FM.
Nice.
So we putting it out into the universe. No, but Kurt, I want to say, man, this was really a pleasure, man. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed you being very candid, honest, and truthful. I really had a splendiferous time.
I'm gonna take that word in it. We're gonna word in that song. Go ahead.
What? Tommy, hear that?
Yeah. Good. I'm rooting for you to win on Sunday.
Thank you, Tommy. I can do the Tommy dance
today. we bring Tommy around. You say we bring him around.
Man. Thanks, Tommy.
Bring him around, man. Bring him around.
No, based on last Saturday, I gave you what I gave you, but I was just being frank with you. I
understand.
But I hope that you will surpass everything, and that person who I had ahead of you, I hope you will surpass him on Sunday.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Yeah, we put it out into the universe, man. We had to put it out into the universe. So
Kurt,
Kurt, you are so right. Rowley don't have time with the toilet paper waivers. He going with he got $1 million plus.
Yeah, you think those guys really have time to be,
Yeah,
they're bigger than that, because I have sung about politicians before, and when I met them, they hug me and normal, they understand. They're not thin skin but the followers, the supporters, those are the ones that really does get the problems with. Also I have personal friends with politicians on both sides of the fence. So that I know I talk to them regularly, and they don't have that to study. They're bigger than that.
But Kurt, why don't you guys do more interviews in Trinidad and Tobago, and for people to understand what's going on in the Calypso arena, for them to try to get because you in the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? You are inside. Why is this more? Because we learned a lot here tonight from you. Why is more of that?
Because you have the interest in finding out. Not much people have that interest in Calypso to even find out anything. I was listening to a program the other day, and the announcer talk about Kitchener winning a road match in a particular year with a particular song, and they went through the whole program with that. Even had Kitchener's son on the program, and the information was incorrect in terms of the year, and they went down with that and placed the chest. They don't know anything about Calypso because they don't care to know. They care to know what they know about. They know everything about the Kardashians and all the bacchanal that happened with Nicki Minaj and all the different things. But when it comes to Calypso, they don't care. So if you don't care about something, you're going to have any interest to find out. So you'll find that the media might show some level of care for this week, because this is, the Calypso competition, people are trending. But when that is done, you think they really care about us? They don't care. They don't care about us. They don't care about local artists in general, not just the Calypsonian, but local. They don't care about local in general. Forget even Calypso. If you don't love yourself as a people, the steel pan and the things that comes from you, that shows that you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, what do you expect? They're not interested in no Kaiso, my brother. They're not.
Oh, That's interesting. We have an art form, and you know what it is, good?
Sorry.
This art form, every single year, you have to make a new song.
Every year.
Every year. It have people still working on a song they make 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And they still gain royalties for that song from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And in Trinidad, we have Trinidad and Tobago, we have an art form where people have to compose a song every single year.
Yeah.
Disposable music.
Yeah, man.
And we just like, boy, we hope one of these days things are gonna change.
Yeah, man. There's certainly.
Yeah. You know, you have to be.
Better days are coming.
Black Stallion, boy. Black
Stallion.
Better
By the way, see this hat I have on here?
Yeah.
This is from Black Stallion himself.
Yeah,
man. I performed with this hat at the 2013 Calypso Monarch Finals, and Black Stallion came on stage with me. So you know, I always if you notice the T-shirt as well is part of Black Stallion legacy as well too. So
yeah,
and it was coincidental.
And before you went off stage the other night, you say Black Stallion. You say Black. Did you say Black Stallion send you?
Yes, Black Stallion was the official to me, but unofficial mayor of San Fernando. So that Skinner Park stage should be named after Black Stallion. You know.
You know, Kurt, is sad, because here is the same person who you asked to provide facts, and hear what she says. The only reason you're on this show is because you sung a song what they see is anti-PNM.
Respectfully, I'm not even going to address that. Respectfully.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. You know, but Kurt, let me thank you so much, man, for taking the time. Any closing words before you go, man? Give me a little verse before you go now. Give me a verse before you go.
Before I can run away, I'll give you a new verse. New verse that, I will not be singing this on Sunday, so I'll give it to you now, right? Beanie Man, I find that you're out of place to step in a my yard. And bad talk we national dish to we face is like you're playing mad. It's long lineups by every double scat. This thing does sell out. So I never expected to hear that kind of fat coming from your mouth. Doubles is we culture. Doubles is we way of life. It brings nations together. Even politicians who does fight. So what you saying don't make sense. And I call it dog logics. Does it mean you will follow a dog when we know that dog does eat their own? Shit. So we giving you a licking like a jerk chicken. It's your turn now. The people them complain, don't come back here again. It's your turn now. Well, you're going to get delete anytime you diss the street. Your turn now. Because Aki and Saltfish, the Bardjohn will never diss. It's your turn now. That apology, it wasn't good at all. I Krong and Vibes Cartel, the king of dancehall. Go and eat your patty and pow. Beanie Man, it's your turn now. Don't disrespect Trinidad and Tobago National Dish, my brother, because we will unite against you.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kurt, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it.
Same here.
And we're going to have you back next week.
Please, but you're sure you might have to get permission to have me back from Patricia Reed?
No. Don't waste your time.
We'll be celebrating next week. Good.
Yes, man.
All right.
Thanks a lot for having me. Really, really appreciate it. And, you know, thanks for the love and respect. And I hope to represent on Sunday for all of the people. Not just some, not people in red, not people in yellow and green, but the people of red, white,
and black.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man.
There you have it, folks. There you have it. Yeah? For me, that was
the last Bardjohn.
Last Bardjohn. And Patty, we get the Calypso Monarch King to call your name. Watch that. Hey, Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the only how you will get your name called. Yeah? You get your name called. So Tommy boy, that was excellent. You know, I mean, we learned quite a few things.
On the button.
Yeah. Dawn says, Kurt, do not let anyone break your spirit. I wish you all the best. We love you coming from Surrey Village, but I'm in New York. Yeah.
Surrey Village.
On Joseph say, Wall Street, bring anyone song Like if they're against the UNC, but balance Stoops. What are you talking about? All right.
Did Wall Street bring anyone who sang like if they're against the UNC?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's asking if you bring anyone who sang against the UNC.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Who we bringing people who in the final, right?
Not just that, but it's who have power is who you had to focus on. Not who powerless.
Boy. And that is the fella who gone on the radio and talking about, oh, Wall Street get exposed on corruption. Wall Street get please.
Every card or pass you can't back at it.
Correct is right. Damn right, she's a waste of time. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, he exposed Patty, you know.
Oh yeah.
He tell Patty, bring one line. And I'm singing.
That is untrue, and he refused to sing.
And he bring one line. And she come up with 0. Nada. Not duck. Patty, you get fully exposed tonight. Fully exposed. You couldn't come up with nothing. Nothing, Patty. Not. Look at that. You had the opportunity to make the front page Express, Newsday, Guardian, and the Bomb and the Punch. She had a chance to make the front of all of them. Yeah? Tommy? Yeah, KFC.
She dropped the ball.
She dropped the ball. Yeah.
Uncle Tommy. She come up
Yeah.
with one verse with not truth and factual. And so she train her low blow. I gotta say that too. She look, them piano, I'm gonna say, look, you bad Bardjohn, you talking, and a UNC station. I don't call that station, a UNC station, Wall Street.
Yeah.
Look, yeah. They say that a UNC station.
Oh God.
But people doesn't like to hear the truth, you know.
No, they won't hear the truth. Them they won't hear the truth.
No, with last Bardjohn, we had to give it thumbs up.
Yeah.
Them killing the culture.
Yeah.
Because them couldn't sing about that race, that part when they in power. Plenty of them parts when get about too.
Correct is right.
Man, they want to, he don't want to the need and here because he want to, you know, because he will get victimized. We don't know going on with judges it Sunday night. There's plenty of them judges there. Well, shock out to say you make it to the big yard, but people are not hear the truth and the reality. I think what's going on in the place that plenty Calypso are not singing about the realistic, but the young Calypso and them is the future generation of this country.
Yeah.
And about that thing about the real issues and to make them politicians come and hug you up. And so I said, this is going to be young brother Heinz coming on 995 points. I want to talk about Heinz and talk about young brother and all kind of thing.
Think it's easy.
Like to buy them all from young.
Yeah.
So another thing about the real issue. I love to understand.
Yeah, man. Tommy, Slimy said this is a UNC channel.
Well, he can say whatever he wants to.
Yeah. Gordon Joseph say that's facts for who listened to Google today. 2014, sir. Stroops. Shaking my head, yes? Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Good evening, Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy. You see, Patricia Reed had a chance to meet the front line of the news.
Yeah.
And to be the first person to go on the red carpet rowdy.
Yeah. She had opportunity.
She dropped the ball.
She failed miserably.
Fail. You see, she get exposed on national TV.
Exposed.
But exposed.
Yeah.
And you know she have no shame. She continue typing as normal.
Yeah. Yeah, she get exposed.
And the next one saying this is a UNC channel. Mr. Ansel and Mr. Tommy, let me tell you, see that man they call Slimy? I go tell you something personal about him. Before I used to look at a lot of different programs and things, and every program they block him because it makes no sense. And when you do calling in a program, he talk about AI and he talk about AI and AI, and he never come out and say that China come out with a better AI. He even know the technology. He didn't even know China had the first AI port. And he talking about technology. Them fellas is just a common program to waste time. But Mr. Hanson, Sunday, I hope they bring it on TV because I hope I get to see it because I want to see it.
I'll stream it Sunday.
All right, but I go look at it. Thanks very
Yeah.
much. All right.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday we streaming the
You doing the show on Sunday or no?
Yeah. No, but the March Grass show will start till in the evening. Oh, folks. Tommy, thanks. So, folks, Carnival Monday and Tuesday, we're not doing the show because it's Carnival, right? So we are celebrating Carnival like everybody. You know, people going and do their mass and all that kind of thing. So Monday and Tuesday, we're going to play mass in America in the cold.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to play mass. Yeah. Listen to this next one. Who don't want to hear the truth? We are waiting to hear if Dominic and or Mr. Chance will be invited on this platform. Who want to hear the truth? Put your hands and tell Wall Street. Yeah, Miss Atlanta.
So Wall Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I give Monday and Tuesday.
Huh?
So when we get it back on Monday and Tuesday, you're gonna play mass?
Oh, you mean you Trinidadians too?
Yes, but what happened? Not everybody. When we get back on the show, you have to give us another show at least. That's on Wednesday.
Tuesday.
You have to come on Wednesday and Thursday.
Tuesday.
So why you can't come Wednesday?
All right, listen. We go get your show by yourself on Wednesday. Mr. Atlanta in the village.
I don't have a mask costume for Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it is.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
We go get your own show on Wednesday, Mr. Atlanta in the village.
But I always have my own show. I want your show on Wednesday.
All right, we go start up something for you again in the village on Wednesday.
Wall Street, you will make a real bacchanal, you know. You was ever Calypsonia? Wall Street? You were ever a Calypsonian?
No, never sing no Calypso.
Oh God, no. You look like a good bacchanal. Anyway, enjoy yourself.
All right, yeah. Mr. Santa Cruz says, oh, and I'm sure you supported all of his anti-UNC song because he sang about raw lie, vex. Too bad, deal with it. He didn't lie. He tell the truth. And then Gordon Joseph talking about who don't want to hear the truth. COP, welcome. COP. Hey.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
And Uncle Tommy.
Yes, brother.
Tonight, Uncle Tommy make Kotalem sing. He make Kotalem sing. Yeah. It's a good thing Kotalem didn't charge you. Put a price. I'm so mad.
True.
But after today, I will always be supporting Kotalem song every year. I will always be giving him support. That's for that song, honestly.
Yeah.
That's for that song.
Yeah.
As someone who cares about the art form.
Correct.
The song, so you can see it in his face, you can hear it in his voice. That he's a true Calypsonian, he's a patriot for rhythm and rhyme and a storytelling. I give him 10 out of 10. But Wall Street, you know why is this carnival? Anyway, Monday and Tuesday are not there. I think you should have given Friday and Saturday. As Monday and Tuesday are not there. I think you should have given back between this Friday and Saturday. And you can go ahead and play a match Monday and Tuesday. We have no problem with that.
But we gain all this Sunday. You know, maybe we go do our extended. We go do our extended hour on Sunday.
I find you treat me like them PNM supporters. You make me feel. You give me Sunday. Sunday is only one day. It's Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, but it's more days than Sunday.
But what we doing to COP? We go stream the panorama for free, and we go stream the March Crash show for free.
I agree. I agree.
All in Trinidad get free, but people outside of Trinidad don't get free. There's other pay for it. So we go stream it for free.
But why is this carnival taking place, the Prime Minister negotiating with business people all in Nigeria and thing, to hand over our refinery while the citizens of this country party in Lyman and fetting. Why is the citizens of this country party and Lyman and fetting and drinking rum and studying about our assets? The government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley administration, is going to sell out our assets. And they don't speaking about this carnival time, they don't have a buyer, they don't have somebody coming. So they will convene parliament to just to go and hand over our assets. This carnival time, that is what they're doing. And the citizens of this country just starting to pour a panty and Brazil and go and wine on the road.
I mean,
after that,
release the stress. Release the stress. Gotta release the stress.
Wall Street, you don't have to put on a panty and a brazier and go and release your stress. You can come on whilst 95.9 and ask Dr. Rowley to govern us the right way, and that will be releasing your stress. That will be releasing your stress.
COP.
But our government to be selling out our assets and we still studying to drink and go and party on the road. What type of human being we are?
COP. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How come people does get on real bad on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday they go and get ashes on their forehead?
That is the sure. You can remember tell you many times. You can remember here I say many times. The presence of Almighty God, not in Trinidad. What type of people does do that thing? Look, the way a panty and a brazier Monday and go and do the most vulgar wine on the road. And when CNC3 and the camera passing up, they put the private part right up in front of the camera. Mothers and fathers just do that, you know? They put the private part right up in the camera. And after carnival, they're ashamed to wear them kind of clothes and walk the road. And we classify that as the art form and that is the culture. That is not our culture, Wall Street. Our culture is not being vulgar, rude, and disrespectful. Let me tell you something. What does happen every carnival time? We have the most amount of rape, teenage pregnancy, abuse, and little children drinking alcohol. That is what we have. And November time, you see the most amount of teenage pregnancy, them teenagers are making the babies on them. And that is what Carnival produces. Gypsy say we make 1 point something billion in Carnival. And every year we have to give them money. Them can't take money out of that to pay $2 million for Calypso price. You are going to Wall Street? And Uncle Tommy, what happened? Like you're feeling sleepy there. I feel like you're ready to give me that piano in the back there. You know? Uncle Tommy, you have a nice night.
Yeah, man. Bless. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat and plus send your closing voice notes. Tommy.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about politics tonight, but you know, the government have leased the refinery to a corrupted Nigerian company.
To Wando.
Yes.
I listened to the young Stewart today.
Yeah, and I did an editorial previously. And you see how we had us to come out and talk about all the corruption? You see?
Yeah, he did.
Right? He had to come out and address all the corruption. And I don't understand how a government could give or lease, whatever they want to call it, to a company that has been delisted on 2 different exchanges.
He said he even turned around and said that they got cleared and they're back on the exchanges again.
Tommy, whenever you get delisted, that is not good. Yeah?
Yeah.
When you get delisted, you had to do something really bad. Horrible. But
he said that they cleaned up the act. So he justified dealing with them by saying that they clean up the act.
Yeah. They clean up the act, yeah. And that's not all masqueraders go for ashes. No, I know that. Because I used to go for ashes, Tommy. You lying?
I never did.
No, yeah, after I behave bad on can, you're gonna wind down and I shine a few floors in them street of them. Next Wednesday, you know, you go for ashes. You gotta go for your ashes.
No ashes for me.
Right? So yeah, Tommy. So and the government had to paid Venezuela $1 million. And I think there is more, you know. Right? And then there was the other headline with respect to the prime minister saying we just spend too much money, we just use too much forex for carnival.
Right.
You hear that one?
I saw the the
Yeah,
program when he was running him out.
yeah, we use too much forex for carnival. Let's take this voice note.
Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. I see the people meeting TV6 trying to poll regarding if we go get through the Dragon Gas deal, and 57% of them say no, and 43% say yes. So which means Mr. Young Stewart in problems. Because if this Dragon Gas didn't come through, I want to know how he financed the country affairs for the next few years. Because without any Dragon Gas deal, we at the we're at the mercy of all these debt collectors. Remember them took out a set of debts all over the world to run the government. So how they repaying all of that? Are we going to go into austerity measures? Are they going to start cutting back on goods and services to the public? I want to know what's going on. Young Stewart, Dr. Rowley put you in the right place. The right place. Let me see you getting yourself out of that one. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Yeah, Young Stewart, is your turn now, boy.
You hear his tone today?
Yeah.
He sounds stressed.
Different, you know. Already, you know.
He sounds stressed, man.
Yep. You know, because Tommy, it's like them fellas have done so much bad to this country, to the country. Eh? Yeah. Yeah, Ulrich. Ulrich. Turn on your computer. Yeah.
You understand?
Uh.
I would like the last Bardjohn and Calypso to sing about the 1%ers taking over the West and the ticket system. I think that is two very important issues. He should put it up. You see? All right, Anderson, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, man. Bless. I mean, you see, it is sad, you know, Tommy. Well, not really sad, but it shows you the immaturity of people when they cannot face up to the facts. And when they cannot face up to the facts, they have to go into the gutter to try to make people look bad. Yeah, KFC.
Then I understand what's wrong with Tommy, man. No program
All
on
right.
there, man.
No program, man. We're gonna
jump up for carnival.
yeah, we're gonna wine and dine for carnival.
Well, I think, yeah, all I think, enjoy life too, on the road. I could enjoy life, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna wind down the place, man. We Trinidadians too, you know.
Yeah, Dr. They drink, Dr. They wine down the place and drink down the place, and he like young girls that he live in the 16th.
Yeah, you gone. Yeah, when you gone, you gone, you gone.
So, in the short term when you open your know where the goat. We best man, and tell Sunday me tired.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah. Yeah, boy. He leave Young Stewart, boy. Young Stewart, boy. It's your turn now. Your turn now, boy.
Young Stewart.
Young Stewart, boy. Folks, let's go for that break. When we come back, send your voice notes and send your closing quotes. Oh, let me play this voice note before I go. He sent this voice note in a little bit. Let me see.
Hi. Good evening again. Okay, so a Calypsonian sings, and more times than less he says he is singing what is on the street or the views of the people. My question is, In most cases, because we have a we versus them culture, in most cases, no matter who the person or persons are, if they're wearing red and somebody sing against the red, there will be those in yellow saying, yes, yes, that is the view of the people. If they sing against somebody in yellow, those in red saying, yes, that is the view of the people. What gives the Calypsonian that niche, that earth to choose which one he will sing of? There are few Calypsonians who balance. In a song, you could hear the lashing everybody. And then there are those who go down one road, one side alone, yellow alone, or red alone. What gives you that? I don't know if Kurt know the answer to that. That urge to make you choose that one position.
Folks, we're going for the break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We're back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, Shetty Live. Mr. Florida, hold on. Shetty Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
Yeah, hold on, Mr. Florida.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I'm done.
All right, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Yeah, Mr. Hansen, I'm going to be quick because I know you're going to come down now. But let me ask you a question. You and Mr. Tommy. In the past, let me say the past 40 years, who the Calypsonians used to sing more about? UNC or the PNM? That is no question.
Who was in office for the most time? That's who they sang on.
Who was in power for the most time, yeah.
And the UNC used to sing against most of the time? So we know we're going coming out with who's for the red and who's for the yellow. Nobody cares. It's just the Calypsonian sings with the feel the people want to hear. But I no biasness in that. God damn, God, Joseph. Give us a break now, man.
Thank you. Oh, God. Ebot Yoy says, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy, this is one of your best shows interviews. Kurt Allen is one of the most honest human beings we have in our art form. COP preach about carnival and hypocrisy as a people. No, I mean, Tommy, the fella very genuine. You understand? He focused. And there could be many other things he could be doing and making money. Because, I mean, singing with Roy Cape, I mean, you're going to make money. Yeah? Because them that's been almost every show.
Yep.
Right?
All stars.
Yeah. Let me take this last one. Yeah. Financial Guru, welcome.
Yeah, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, everyone, good night. Listening very carefully of Mr. Allen, very good show. And I just want to wish everybody a safe carnival. And I'm hoping on Sunday, if we do have that extended show that you hour or so, that we could talk about the, COP raised it, while we party and people selling. The assets sale, it's kind of like a punt. And I want to, hopefully discuss what Mr. Young said, because there's quite a few statements he made, in terms of the losses and what it entails. But I'll tell you this, they are saying they're going to lease the asset most likely. And I think it's a punt because I think people have realized the value of the Guaracari refinery is immense. Even with what Mr. Young said that, valuations and the margins have been going down. Nobody would be coming from Nigeria to make a bet on an asset. Some of the things he talked about with regards to patriotic, and I continue to say the 700 million offer Franklin Khan and Vishnudan Paul and come in but refused to take had placed this asset in jeopardy because we could have been making money. But that being said, Dr. Rowley here is now here in the United States. He has basically, closed up shop, and he's just going to be doing more ceremonial stuff, it seems. He's talking about Carnival. And it's interesting. I would leave you with this. Dr. Rowley talks about Carnival, people purchasing costumes, and, it's too much imports. But Carnival is one of the few areas. I'm not a Carnival person. I'm not a big Carnival person. Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. But Carnival is one of the few areas or bright spots that could give Trinidad and Tobago foreign exchange. However, it's very ironic that Dr. Rowley would say that we need to do localization of costumes. That's great. However, if you're only importing, and I heard, I see the comments made by, and I don't want to name people, but the fact is we are running out of cash, foreign exchange. And if they are importing cars, they import cars every 2 or 3 years that cost thousands of US. You can't say, do as I say, but not what I do. It's very unfortunate. So hopefully, I wish everybody a good carnival season. And hopefully, we could pick up on Sunday and start dealing with the number of things that asset with regards to a lease versus finance. They're punting. I'm telling you, and I'll tell you why, hopefully, on Sunday.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Right, have a good night.
Yeah.
And Uncle Tommy and everyone.
Thank you. So, folks, here's my closing comment.
For this Thursday, dear God, as the morning light breaks through the darkness, I come before you with a heart open to your guidance and strength. Lord, make me strong and courageous in the face of danger and challenges that lie ahead. Empower me with your Holy Spirit to stand firm in the midst of adversity, knowing that you are always by my side. Give me the courage to face this day with confidence, knowing that your strength is made perfect in my weakness. Help me to trust in your promises and to lean not on my own understanding. Grant me the wisdom to discern your will and the courage to follow where you lead. Protect me, Lord, from the snares of the enemy and the pitfalls of this world. Shield me with your mighty hand and lead me on the path of righteousness. May your presence go before me like a lamp, guiding my steps and lighting my way. Fill me with your peace that surpasses all understanding and banish all anxiety and doubt from my heart. As I journey through this day, may your presence be my refuge and your love my shield. May I walk in the confidence of your promises, knowing that you are faithful to fulfill all your purposes in my life. Father, I am deeply grateful for your unwavering love and your ever-present guidance. May your enduring strength and courage become my steadfast companions, guiding me through every moment of my life, both now and forevermore. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Thanks to all of you for joining us. We really appreciate you. And Tommy, you up.
You can't depend on your judgment when your imagination is out of focus. Again, you can't, or should I say cannot, depend on your judgment when your imagination is out of focus. Like I always say, you, Mr. or lady in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. Stay safe, especially this season. Do your best to be safe. We'll see you on Sunday, God willing. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy. Let's get these voice notes.
Good night, Mr. Wall Street again. You know what Kutaran say there is a lot where you talk about the government intervention into the Calypso tents paying, paying for the tents and them. And some of these Calypsonians afraid to sing about them And I find that wrong. They should be able to sing as whatever they want to because they supposed to be bringing the truth to the people, and no political organization or government supposed to hold them to that, not to sing against them. What is all that? They watering down the Calypsonians, and the Calypsonians could sing about the opposition, not them. I find that wrong. You can't simply put money on that. It's about bringing the truth. Let the people sing their form, right? If music is against you in government, have a good day.
Yeah, man. Bless. Tomorrow is
Oh, and Slim, I forget to tell you, boy. Tomorrow is my birthday. Okay.
yeah, boy. All right. Tomorrow is your man birthday, yes.
My closing comments. I like how this sounds. I, Gordon Bernard Maloney the first, will never go on this or any platform and lie. I will say what I see, what I believe, what I am convicted of. But because I am not God, I am God done, I might be wrong like a O, I might be as right as the opposite of left. But I guarantee you, if it is brought to my attention that I lied, which for me it wouldn't be that, it's had to be some kind of mistake somewhere. All right, so I may quote chapter 15, verse 4, but when and truly it was chapter 15, verse 5, you call that a lie or a mistake? Well, that is on you. All right, but once it's brought to my attention, I will say the correct one. So my Chumacan friend said that I lie about the goalpost. It don't move more than an inch and a half. And he told me that he will bring the truth and this will show where I lie. Well, he even asked me to remind him, which I did. And I am still waiting. I want him to tell me when to stop waiting or when he'll bring it because I will never, because I love red that much. I love yellow that much to come and lie for any one of them or lie against any one of them. So royal, just wonder in the politics. Yeah. All right. And listen, there are so many Trinbagonians who are not church people, not God people, and they don't like carnival. They will not be a part of it. They go into the beach, they go into a camp, they stay in home. And so many church people see this as an opportunity to set up camps. And they go in a camp and they will be praying for the masqueraders, praying that this will be the last year and they will start to do something better with their life that could bring honor and glory to God. I will be visiting a whole lot of camps all over Trinidad. All right? Because this for us is a time of prayer. God night, folks. With God, you can't go wrong. Give him first place in your life.
Okay, Mr. Atlanta says true lines, a clear rejection is always better than a fake promise. Thanks for another good show. Thank you. Great show, Tommy on Wall Street. There we go. Okay, let's go to the chat. Let me see. Okay. Semantic 62 says, health is more valuable than wealth. No matter how rich you are, you cannot buy back health. Okay, we already said that. Ms. Santa Cruz, final comments. You may not get caught for everything you do, but you will pay for everything that you have done. Anand. Okay. Mr. Intellectual, closing comment. 2 cannot walk together unless they agree. And 3, full cord is not easily broken. Okay. Caribbean Soul, closing comment. Perfection is a disease Procrastination is the disease. Action is the cure. Okay. Okay, that's it. Let's see if there's any more. Okay, folks. Sugi Budram says, why close down the refinery is the first place? Big question to the PNM government. All right, folks. We are out of here. We see you on Sunday. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Yeah? See you guys. Bye-bye.
Before you go, I wanna fly. You began in the Senate of opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving directions, you studied and learned. You paid attention to Robbie Pandekamla, observed all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we give you a turn to ride the DPM1 motor car. You change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling strong sour. We gave you 2 turns as PM of this nation. So now it's my Creole obligation to give you a turn before your resignation. Remember, it's we who call Eric Duffy. We call Chambers Duncy is yours. It's we who beat Robbie like a Bobali. So if we say you are a bully, don't take it personally. Go tell your friends and your family, it comes with the duty, it's yours. Well, do not believe that we are afraid to call a donkey a ass or a spade a spade. We will temper you like a show, Dr. Rowe. Before you go, before you back and run away. I wonder what Benny and then we have to say. Before you go, before you think you run away. You tell the world you go lock Caldahat up once you get the vote. You say the buck is going to stop at the TP top when you took your oath. The airport scandal section 24 email gate like a raging bull. You declared war and we took the plate. But since you get your turn, nobody in jail for corruption. Since you get your turn, no members of the opposition in prison. Since you get 2 turns, you promise to set things right. White collar crime you vow to fight, but is a set back with no bite. Remember, it's we who call Pandy racist, we even call him rapist. Say him a fuck set up in jail till he come out looking frail. So if we say your government represents you 1%, where the rich get richer, the poor man in the gutter. But do not believe your powers of Lekato could override the power of this Calypso. The ancestors wouldn't allow Dr. Rowe. Sing before you go, before you back and run away. So much unemployment, but still you raise your pay. Before you go, before you think it away. I remember deceased Patrick Manning named Europe, the Rottweiler, because every car that pass around the corner, you run down the tire. Political battles that came your way, you stood up and fought. And when they came with this slander, and there you say, You took them to court, so we gave you a third. To guard, protect, defend, we treasure. We give you a third to secure we national security. We give you 2/3 to be the mastermind. Reduce violence and crime, but murders are the highest of all time. Remember, it's we who call Manny Trucker. We say he is a piper. Answer. We keep at us like a louse. Kick him up, Bali's house. So if we say you are a puppet, you're lying in your pocket. And with your shining bald head, the dread and the naughty dread. Well, do not believe because you brought money down. You couldn't do the same to this Calypso and then all the other go. Dr. Rowe! Say before you go. Well, watch your behavior. Just as Patrick said. Before you go. Before you think you get away. After 45 years of public service, you deserve arrest. So you're anointed as you're not too young to try it. Venus, now we hearing that your support base having real problems. Election, they voted for a friendly face to say that they say you failed in your turn to diversify the economy. You failed in your turn to create a real creative industry. You failed with your turn to be a superstar. Legalize marijuana and make Fitzgerald the line minister. Remember, it's we who call Kamala Trunka. She's smoking marijuana. When you say what's that? You talk about she kept. No! So if she talk about your father, the young thing that you slaughter. What? Oops, did I mention his $1 million pension? Well, do not believe you invincible or that the young star is really capable. And we hope that you don't get vexed, but you don't stop. Your turn next. Before you go, before you back and run away. Bardjohn don't care what the toilet people say. Before you go, never know what you think to get away. I want to fly. Santa, we love you. The Black Starlet sent me here tonight. The spirit of Black Starlet.